Welcome everyone to another CPL cast. I'm Dada, I'm joined here by grimZ and M4ND4L0R3. Guys, say hi.
Hi guys.
Hey,
everyone.
how's it going?
So we've got a cool cast for you today. We've got Horse Emoji versus Thank You Very Much. This is going to be the Tier 0 cast, and this was the quarterfinals. And we have a Thank You Very Much casting team here, 3 people from the same team. And yeah, let's see what happens in these games. Our Tier 0 has always been very strong, so I'm looking forward to seeing some good games and hopefully some good wins on our part.
Definitely. So, do you know who these two players are, just so we can psych ourselves up first?
Yes. So our first game is going to be FlashFTW, Flash for the Win, versus Grast on our team.
Oh yeah, all right. Here we go.
So right off the bat, it's one of our coaches, and he has a very unique playstyle. You know, very fun playstyle to watch. So let's see what happens here and how this game's gonna go. Let me see for a moment. I'm gonna switch off the music and get the in-game music going. Hold on a second. I need to automate this. This is not automated. Okay. And the game music. Okay. Alright, let's get into game number 1.
Epic. Oh wait.
Oh, your ping just dropped to red. We'll see how
3
this
different
goes.
continents.
Yeah, we are in different continents. 3 different continents. And yeah, if you could maybe like at the start of every game, maybe set the delay to extra high. That would help, I think. Yes, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, so in the bottom right corner we have Grast from Thank You Very Much. And in the bottom left corner, it's Flash for the Win.
Even a PvP.
Yeah.
How to start the cast off proper with a PvP where anything can happen.
I think it's one of the most...
I'll try it.
It's the most fun matchup, I think, like in terms of the mirror matchups.
Absolutely. Most volatile, like outside of ZVZ, I think, at least whilst ZVZ is considered the most volatile because it's either just Zerg leagues or mutas first, at least PvP you can have diversity in what you want to do in your mirror matchup. What we're gonna see here is the gateway. Both players go for a gateway, that should be normal. And we're gonna set out and start scouting. Perfect. Do you regret transferring to Terran and then Zerg, grimZ? Is there any regret at all?
Zerg, yeah, because every time I roll Terran on a random playthrough, everything is just so much more fun. I don't know how to explain it. I guess Terran still runs deep in my veins. That is just sort of the unfortunate truth. But I am Zerg for this, for this season that just finished, and I don't know. I intend to continue until I get to some decent level. That's the vague plan. But yeah, Terran will always be in my heart.
I think even as an old school player myself, Terran is still my favorite race, even though I play Protoss. Interesting to note, we already have a divergence here. We're having a 2-gate out of Grast against a 1-gate Cyber, so I guess we'll see how this plays out. But did you ever play Brood War like online before Starcraft 2, or was it Starcraft 2 that really like got you into the genre?
It's a really good question, actually. I did play Brood War when dial-up was, internet was still a thing.
Yeah.
But I think at that point, everyone, at least the people's houses that I went to, they were only playing custom games because they figured out that they were kind of shit at Brood War and they just wanted to play custom games. But yeah, similar to yourself, like Starcraft 2, I've played RTSs since I was born, really. I feel like Age of Empires and the Star Wars reskin of that game is kind of when I really got into it. But when I learned how to play the game was absolutely spending time with Starcraft 2.
Right. What are you going to lay the odds are here? We have a zealot and a goon with another goon in production here, and 3 zealots heading straight over to Fluke's base.
Yeah, it looks like the goon is not. Oh, okay, here we go. It does manage to catch these zealots coming out here, so we're gonna have a bit of a micro fight here. The other 2 zealots going straight for the main base. 1 zealot not really blocking the ramp, so okay, it's gonna have a little bit of a tough time fighting 2 zealots. We do now have that second gate coming down and another dragoon coming out. It's gonna be interesting.
Wow. I think Flash has realized too late that this is actually quite dangerous, dropping a second gate here to try and increase his production, but there's already 3 zealots in his main. One of them's about to die. He's lost his own zealot. 2 zealots now for Grast, when Grast is sending the rest of them over. This could be a quick game.
I think Flash is doing a decent job of microing against the zealots. 1 goon is quite low, the other goon getting closer to the red health. He's got the probe here as well, helping out, tapping the goons. Is he going to lose a goon here? Oh, not just yet.
Oh, yeah. A probe kill. The probe put it through. How often do you see that? Not very often. See?
No, not often at all. And now the zealot is in the mineral line. We're going to see a bit of mineral walking from the probes, try and screw the AI up a little bit here. So he's trying to micro 2 fronts at once here. This is a pretty tough micro coming out of the Flash.
Even a cannon at the top of Grast base there. I think he's pretty committed. Look at this next up in the top right here. What's happening? Why are these? We got 2 zealots here just chilling. Grast, what are we doing, buddy? Okay, all right. Work unit break is over.
Yeah, this is kind of an insane opening from Grast here. I've actually never seen the expand across the other side of the map 2-gate opening in the match.
Add it to my repertoire, that's for sure. The students here, they're starting to clean off the. Let's wonder if Grast, he realizes it's probably time to go home, but having the Nexus advantage already at a completely remote location that Flash would just not be expecting at all.
It's going to be interesting. He hasn't even got gas yet, so the ability to tech up into higher tech units is not even on the table now. So I think he's just going to try and use cannons to secure this base and, you know, hopefully hold on, because all he's got is zealots as these goons come across the map.
Get another cannon. At least 1 more cannon at the top there. I don't think those guys are going to get up there with the cannons there. Be very surprised.
Yeah, it's this funny thing with Brood War where like pokes and just holding high ground can be held infinitely against like huge armies. It's one of the most jarring things to me about this game compared to Starcraft 2. But we've got the goons now shelling away from the low ground to the high ground. I think they missed quite an amazing amount of shots there, so the Zealot only barely just scraped past with the shields and took a little bit of health damage. 2 more cannons coming down from the main here, so it'll be interesting to see if Flash catches onto this extra base. He is scouting the 3rd right now. See where he goes. He's actually scouting more than the 3rd.
He scouted that 9 o'clock position, and now he's wandering up to the top right here. Do you think he suspects there must be another base after all that? Like, at least hats off to him if he's got the game set to figure out that Grast, after all that aggression and no gas, should have a Nexus there. But will he check the top?
Yeah, well, for now, no goons are being sent to the top right. Oh, there is this probe coming across the map. We'll have to keep an eye on what happens with that. As he shells away at the Zealots at the front again here. The high ground helping out a lot with these missed shots here. Cannon starts firing away. Very delicate dance being played here by Flash and
do you think we're going to see Do you think we're going to see carriers? Do you think this is just going to be a BM rush to carriers?
I honestly have no idea what he's going to do with this advantage. The probe did die at the top right-hand corner there, so he should be aware that something fishy is going on at the top right. I'm just curious what his response is going to be. He's teching into the robotics facility as we speak. But yeah, I don't know. I really want to see what Grast ends up doing with his sort of economic advantage here.
He's bought Citadel, so probably not going to be carriers then. And then another gateway started up in the top right here. Okay, so maybe gateway man, but he's not working on any upgrades either with that forge he's had in the back there. He doesn't have +1 yet? No upgrades up yet.
I don't want to be this guy, but this game looks like one of these gold Bronze League hero games from Starcraft 2, but it's Brood War, so I've just got no bearing on how advanced this play is at all. It's just so bizarre.
I honestly, as you said, I've never seen 2-gate zealot into cannon your ramp and expand across the map. I've never seen this build before. But with the ult into Citadel, I am a little bit confused. So Citadel and then immediately into a Templar Archives. Meanwhile, we have standard Robotech for Flash. Going to be getting some Reavers by the looks of it.
Yeah, this is nice. You can probably tell us more about this matchup with Reavers, but I think Reavers are just a good solid tech unit to be going into the mid game with, right? You're like kind of always getting into Reavers, yeah?
It's when you're blind, it's your catch-up unit. It's a coin flipper. So if he can coin flip a Reaver and kill off this huge probe advantage that Grast has, he should be able to get back into the game. But oh my god, how these two is the shuttle out? Oh, there is two. There's a shuttle out already, and there's been 2 goons that have been lifted into the top right base there. But there's already a cannon in place. Oh, there's a DT out though. Is there an observer en route? There is. I did see an observer, but it's probably not in the top right there, so that should be fine. I'm not sure. I'm not sure, Dreams. I'm not sure we're going to see. Now Grast is getting a robot as well himself here. Flash is opting for some more gates. And they're in a similar supply, even though Grast does have the probe advantage. I guess relying on cannons here to continue doing whatever he feels like doing. Six goons. I don't see. Oh yeah. Oh wow. Oh, this DT is just hammering away down here at the natural of Flash right now. Wow. Oh, that is one that is out of control.
Hello.
I'm back, I think. Maybe I was just talking to myself for a little bit there. Thanks, China and the VPN. I appreciate that. Or was that you that dropped?
I think you were live, and for some reason my mic wasn't coming through when I was trying to add stuff to what you were saying.
Oh, you did catch the free robo kill, I guess. The free English free shuttle kill.
Yeah. I was trying to say that it'd be interesting to sit down and work out how worth it is Grast's playstyle here, because he's spent so much money on cannons just for defense.
Yeah, I am, and now he's trying to get a third base in the top left here, but Flash is going to deny that almost immediately.
Yeah, very smart play there. It's something I experience a lot in ZVP as well. Just you cannot let a Protoss get a high ground base with like 10 cannons. You just will never break that. It's horrible.
Yeah. What's the old call? You have to tech the Guardians to deal with that sort of shit. But
in theory,
yeah,
I still lose them all. So I don't know. It seems impossible.
I'm just not. I agree with you. I am slightly confused as to what the overall plan here is from Grast, but I guess we just have to wait and see. Something will happen eventually. It has to. We had
decide to do something at some point. It looks like Flash, you know, has the map control now, so he's at least like super aware of the base count of Grast at the minute. So, got the goons coming across the map. I'm just curious because it doesn't seem like he's moving the rest of the army yet. Ah, here we go. Finally, third base down for Flash.
Will this just flip the game on its head? Flash has been slowly closing that probe gap the whole time. The main base of Grast doesn't have much left in it, and he doesn't have that natural base going with all those goons at the base there. It might be very difficult. But plenty of Templar, plenty of goons. Might have kill. Oh, wow. Look at that. That is why Grast is one of our coaches. He knows that goons will fit between the cannons there. Hats off to you, sir. We have an observer here just watching everything that's going on. Army from the top right base coming down to help out here. I think Grast is really pinned in. Storms. Not yet. We got. Oh, there's one. One storm. Two storms. Goons are not very good against storm, that's true.
And why is that? Because they clump up very easily?
They clump up and they derp until they just stop moving.
Oh my god, the catch with the pellets there? That was amazing.
Yeah, it's perfect timing there. He was not expecting such a big army to come down from the north there for sure. Running home here, but I'm not sure if you're at home. There's been no more Reaver tech at all out of Flash besides getting the tech. And there's not much here at home at all. Good here.
I think we're light for this game here because that army surround was amazing.
Yeah, that was just brutal.
Couple of gateways here to try and wall the front off, delay as much as possible, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And oh my god! Oh, Jesus Christ!
Don't go outside with your mobile phone during a lightning storm. That is why. Oh my god. Okay. GG.
GG.
Wow.
Wow. Amazing game by Grast. Let me see. The game is like, it's pretty laggy, so I'm thinking it might be a good idea to switch to me streaming on Discord. Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe we can give that a try just to see if that's like a little bit better.
Yeah, we might be a little bit more delayed, but I think considering we're across 3 different continents here, it's probably the best idea.
Hold on, guys. I'm setting this up just a second.
No worries. Let's get out of the game then. I think I may have just clued on to Grast's brilliance here, Mr. grimZ.
Tell me more, sir.
I believe that the main base mineral count is natural, potentially. And that is why he elected for the double main base instead of just taking his natural.
Very interesting. If I was to have an opinion on this, I think Flash was potentially in the better position just because of how much Grast had to spend on cannons.
Oh yeah.
But I think the unfortunate situation that happened was he just got surrounded.
Yeah, he just was not ready. That ambush from the top.
Okay, my stream is up on Discord, so maybe have a look and see if that works out a bit better.
Yep. Mute your stream somehow.
Sorry?
Good. Okay. Oh, that unfortunately.
Is it not showing up properly? Sorry about this, guys. It's like.
Just want to mute the video.
Yeah, you can mute the video. You just gotta find
there it is there. Yep, I found it. It's in the bottom right corner there. Got it. Oh, good.
Do you see the OBS overlay, or do you see like just the whole screen preview?
We have the OBS overlay as well.
Okay. It's not exactly what I intended, but hold on. See if I can make this a little bit better.
I'll get it from
Alright, how's this?
Watch stream. Watch stream. Yes.
Okay, now you can see the full screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Alright, let's give this a try.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, let's get into game number 2. And this is gonna be on retro.
Love retro. Love retro.
Excellent. Well, in the top left-hand position, we have Flash for the win versus Grast spawning in the top right-hand position. And honestly, some pretty creative PvP, I would say. What do you think, Nando?
Yeah, the election, as we were saying during the downtime, I think his election to take that other main base may have been to do with the mineral count. But I would have to go back to Vermin and actually check that. I can't say for sure. But yeah, definitely some out of the box play there. Absolutely, good reliance on cannons, some good attack. Yeah, it's definitely not your standard PvP. Let's say that.
I want to know, I've got to take note of these builds as well, just for our upcoming show match, because I know you're going to try and steal some of this bullshit.
For sure, for sure. If it does look viable, I will use it. I have no restraint against doing that.
You're definitely not afraid to do some just dumb nonsense, as I would love to call it, but if it works, it works. You can't argue.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I think we're looking at a Forge Cannon expand here at a Grast. Unfortunately, he has not rolled crossbows, so open to some aggression from Flash once he figures out and sees what he is up against.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if the intention was even to try and be aggressive with cannons at some point, but he's gone unlucky with the scouting pattern as well here, so he's going to end up scouting Flash last. I don't know if these two have a big history of playing each other. It seems like Flash is more of the textbook player compared to Grast, at least from the one game that we've seen out of the two.
Yeah, there's definitely some very more standard things happening out of Black than before. But look at this Nexus already, Gateway Nexus. Sees the Forge, knows he's not getting anything happening anytime soon, and immediately expands. That is a great response out of Flash.
Yeah, I love these kinds of responses from players when they see sort of unusual stuff going on, and you've put it pretty perfectly there. It's the perfect thing to do when you see someone doing something weird like a Forge. You just be greedier than him. But what are these gateways over here? Proxy gateways.
Well, Grast needs to kill off that probe, and he needs to kill it off today, because if Black figures out there is in fact not a Nexus behind that cannon, he is in some big trouble here. Triple proxy gateway. What are we looking at?
We are seeing quadruple mine going on, and he does see the natural.
Here comes the scout. Here comes the scout. Flash is onto him. No.
Well, this is interesting.
Does Grast just alt F4 right now? It's that the answer.
I don't know. Actually, if I was to try and put my 2 cents in here, I actually think Grast still has a decent chance, because Flash only has one gateway with the second one coming now.
That is true. and there's an aggressive pylon there too. That's going to be for a, well, I would assume it's going to be for a shield battery. It could also be for a cannon, but
Yeah.
Flash already on board here. All these probes coming down here now. It's a lot of extra defense, even though you don't want to lose probes so early in the game. Working on that. Here come the first 3 zealots. Oh my god, this is timed out almost perfectly. It is a shield battery. Oh, and there's a counter. Is that a counter shield battery? There's a shield battery on top of a shield battery. What is happening in this game?
This is awesome. I love this. This is insane. We're getting the zealots on top of each other right now. He brought some probes as well, so he's going to get some extra armor and extra hits. We're trying to get our way through the gateways there. The zealot's kind of bugging a little bit. We're going to try and focus the pylon. Nice zealot between 2 gateways there. Oh my god, another pylon going down.
Back up pylon here. Back up probes here. What is going on here? Can the shield battery heal itself? Probably not. There's still 3 zealots in the main. Maybe this extra 3 gates that Flash has dropped is just way too late. 3 zealots coming back up the ramp here. Another 3 zealots coming from that proxy. We almost have, what, 9 zealots on the field right now. At least 8. All these probes still collecting minerals here. This is just insane. Look at the tactics here. Is this the new version of special tactics?
Yeah, I was about to say, is this White Ra reincarnated into Brood War? This is insane. These pylons are going to go down, but we do have another pylon down the bottom here. So it's not going to be too bad, but I think it's just
it is over.
A game of numbers at this point. Too many numbers for Grast, and he takes it.
The question is, does Grast want to play PvP? And the answer is no, he does.
GG. What a game. That was crazy.
What a game. That is the fastest game in retro I have ever seen, Dada. Tell you that now.
Yeah, what a bizarre build, starting to forge it first and then just making 3 gateways behind it.
It's just absolute mind games. Absolute mind games. And it paid off. Paid off.
That was amazing. I think Mandalore now has a new Protoss to be looking up to and stealing builds directly from. This is the exact thing that you would do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. When I don't want to play a game, I just need to do this.
Yeah, but you want to play the game, but you just want to play it this way every single time.
That's true. That's true. As mind-bendingly different as possible. So who are we looking at now, Dada? So Grast won his match, so who are we looking at now?
We are going to go to Jess versus Wombat, aka Drone Ambient. So this is going to be a PVZ.
Right.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So in the top
Here
right
we go.
corner,
So
we've
now,
got Jess on the BSL account. And in the bottom left, it's Drone Ambient, aka Wombat.
Well, I think at least now you'll have a little bit more to say here, Mr. Grim, since you've taken the Zerg mantle so seriously this CPL season.
Yes, we can really take this cast from both sides, which is quite excellent. I will enjoy watching what these guys do at this level and be taking notes while doing so.
Put it in there. Well, I don't think we're going to see any crazy expansions, although fingers crossed we will see something that is not standard. Jess, being a typical Protoss and having a good time at 77 APM, just demonstrating just how much work a Protoss had to do in the first game. Well done. Thank you, Jess.
Let's not dive too far into that, although it's, how can you not when this is a tier 0 game? I'm baffled at this point, actually.
Yeah, it goes to show APM is not everything. So we have an overpool here.
Definitely not everything going on here. Yeah. Overpool. What do you think about the overpool against Gateway first?
To be honest, I prefer an 11 hatch against the against the gateway first. This is just my personal style, but Overpool's like just a nice safety build. It's more economic than going pool before the overlord, so at least there's that. But yeah, sometimes like if you do go for those early hatcheries, it's kind of difficult to beat the cannon rushes unless you know how to pass the drones behind the mineral lines. So yeah, it's a nice safe build here, but we do get the hatchery down, and we will, I believe, go into a macro game from here.
Let's check how fast that first zealot comes out and what Jess decides to do with the information she's seen here. Would this be 6 zerglings? I would assume at least 4. 2.
Yeah, we could some eggs here.
2.
Looks like it's 4 for now. And
yes, 4.
we've got the drone about to come into the natural of Jess here. It looks like the zealot isn't actually going to come across the map, probably because it was an overpull. We've got 2 zealots out now. The drone is going to try and micro its way past the zealots. We'll see that the nexus hasn't been taken yet. So it looks like Jess wants to make quite a few more zealots before taking that natural. Maybe just try and feel a little bit safer here.
We need to put something else to this wall, though. If the link count gets too high, it'll be too difficult to stop them from getting in. I believe that looks like a pylon. If you could say a crystal ball. No, that's a forge. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, just trying to get the maximum walling area there for the zealots to defend. Of course, the hatchery comes up here. Something I've seen Zergs do against the gateway first is sometimes they will just drone up to 13 and then just make mass Zerglings and try and kill the front as fast as possible. It's a little bit of an all-in. I've seen Soma do it a couple of times to great success, but for whatever reason, I cannot just get the control to do it. We do have the Zergling coming in here, and it's going to scout everything, but really, I don't think it's going to see much that isn't too surprising, really.
No. It's like, what did I see up here? Nothing! Well, yes. In fact, that's what you should be seeing. Did he see the zealots have left the main? There's no overlords. Legally natural to let Vermin know about push come across the map. If something's back home, this Zerg doing a great job of maintaining the fact that there is nothing in the natural except there are zealots. What's happening? What's happening? What's Jess doing? Just check the okay, check the that's right, and then push across the map and maintain your advantage. That's probably the best idea. There are a lot of Zerglings at home here. A lot of Zerglings, probably too much for 4 zealots to handle, I would say, unless we're going to sit behind these mineral line. No, we got 5 zealots. 5 zealots should be fine. 5 should be fine.
Yeah, he's going to try and get up here for a decent engage against these Zerglings. Zealots just absolutely shred Zerglings. It feels like an unfair fight most of the time. There are quite a lot of Zealots that are low here. Oh my god, most of them managed to fight for nothing. But the rest of these Zerglings coming out now should clean this up with minimum damage done to the mineral lines here. Which is nice, but probably... you know, the damage is being done to the lava count rather than the drones at that point there. Oh yeah, not out there actually. Sorry, that there's nothing in the between the gateway and the forge. So if the Lings were ever going to go around, they might have been able to get in, but I think it would be too late here. There'll be a zealot blocking the ramp within a few seconds here.
We would hope so. We couldn't go over. Certainly is still alive. What is happening?
This is amazing Zergling control within the main base.
We're spending like 5 probes trying to herd this Zergling right now. Finally, okay, we got it.
Yeah, and it looks like the Protoss will be safe against these things for now. The cannon just manages to cover that, so a nice attempt to try and do a bit of damage there, but yeah, 2 cannons, yeah, it's going to be fine for the Protoss.
I think we're going to see a massive drone explosion. Seeing going straight up to 19 drones. I would be very surprised if we did not see that count just continue to expose you. Protoss way come out on the map right now. Zerg is pretty much happy to just sit back and evolve on its own the next 3 years at this point. I wonder if we're going to see a Stargate out of Jess, or if she will just go Gateway.
Personally, what I'm... Oh, here we go. We're going to see the CPL going down. So it looks like we're not going to go for the Stargate and try and go for a stronger Zealot Legs timing attack here. What I would be curious coming out of Drone Ambient is whether Drone Ambient is going to be going for a Muta Scourge play, or if he's just going to go for a Hydralisk play. I did see some tech in the main base, but it was building, so I'm not sure exactly what it was. Here we go. We've got the Spire.
This game is all...
Oh, no. There you go.
Oh no. There's going to be mutas on the map. Oh no.
And Jess none the wiser here, so depending on how many mutas are made here, usually... Oh, they're already in the main.
They're already in the main.
Usually the play here for Protoss is to make... for Zerg is to make 5 mutas to force cannons out, but I think as soon as Drone Ambient realizes that there's no Stargate tech whatsoever, it's just going to be mass mutas from here. The Zerglings try to run by, but the cannons are good enough deterrent, and it looks like Drone Ambient has enough preparation at home with the Sunkens waiting for the Zealot counterattack.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to do absolutely devastation coming out of Jess here. She doesn't have board. She's really doesn't have goons. There's no goons popping out. These cannons, I don't know how many of them have actually been cancelled to recoup that strong count to try and stay in here, but they'll manage to force 2 of those moves away. But I just think, as you said, I think there is actually no excuse for Ambient to stop making mutant right now. With no Stargate here, there is just no... Dragoons are just not the answer, unfortunately. Just not the answer at all.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit of panic mode for Jess here as we see Drone Ambient just getting up the hatchery count. I believe he'll want to go into Hydras at some point because I think Protoss will be able to defend eventually. The mutas are sort of just scouting around looking for some weirdness, maybe just for like a hidden base or something. I don't mind that play actually, because if Protoss just managed to get a third up with 20 cannons, it's unbreakable. But now we're going to have a look at the natural. Do some muta harass, take out 2 probes, very nice. There's nothing at the natural there, actually. I don't know, the probe can't get
well, no, well, I'm assuming Jess is actually, sorry if you are female aligned, I do apologize now, it is 2020. But I did see that Jess did take all her probes back from the natural before, as that was my God statement here. I think the natural is a bit oversaturated right now. We have the first 4 series on the field here, but that looks like 8 mutas already. It's at least 8 mutas there that spawn, so 7 managed to kill 1. Yeah. Panic mode, payday right here.
Yeah, this total control of the game just leaning towards the Zerg's favour at the moment, as we do see some of those oversaturated probes now manage to get to the natural, as we've got a couple more cannons for defence here. There is a decent number of Zealots, but it's unfortunate they sort of have to sit home because the Mutacomp is so big, and we've been I've forgotten the name of the Protoss flying taser unit, but there's just not that many.
There. There's not enough, but I think as our observer just pointed out, there's that front there, and there's no more music used here. So I think the game's played absolutely by Ambient. We can expect you very, very shortly. In fact, there they are there already.
We're going to have to see if Drone Ambient has done the dance correctly and is going to make enough Hydras to be able to hold the impending force coming out of Jess here. We do see a couple at the natural here, more making. The hatchery count is really healthy, so I'll be a little surprised if they're unable to hold against this, but it does seem like a kind of scary Protoss army hitting the front right now.
It's quite scary right now. This is a mistake to try and hit the natural wall is too tight. I think she should be trying to hit the third right now. But we'll see if she can make an issue of it. Maybe she does the best and just headbutts her way through the front wall. No, she decides it's not a good idea. In fact, not a good idea. It's going to make the premises, as we were saying here, but drone air supply count is already much. We need to store now. Yesterday, it's only started building. That is not at all for Jess.
Yeah, this isn't looking good. The counterattack is going to be a bit too strong, I think. The Hydra's just absolutely flooding across the map right now. And as you said, the tech just isn't there to really counter this. And I think it's just, just going to be a steamroll of Hydras at the front.
And remember, it's not enough crews to back in. Typically, if you got one group and 12 zealots with a bunch of crews behind would actually take this, but the muters doing the extra damage from the top here. This should be almost instantly after one point here. Absolutely, GG. There's nothing here. What? GG. Boom. It's not. Unfortunately, for just thing. Protoss, but you know. That's really tough.
Yeah, how do you feel about going for Citadel without Stargate? I know you like doing a bit of a different thing to sort of the standard Protoss builds, so I thought you might have an opinion on that style.
You know, I think we were talking today. I am trying to do different styles, like open gateway robo, try some kind of map presence, but typically, and for years I've been playing, getting a Stargate just enables you to see this coming and enables you to have the right tech choices. So I do play Stargate. It's not always the best answer. You do sometimes just get rolled. At least the option to have that Corsair out on the map early enough to fly over the base and see if there's Hydras, see if there's Scourge, see if the Zerg just makes mains. Yes. Anyway, Jess is up right here on Retro. Ambient is now in the bottom right. Still not cross spawns though.
Yeah, so not going to be completely comfortable. I know this map is a little bit weird for me because the third bases are so far apart, especially since what is it, like you have a third base in a position that might even end up being closer to your opponent, the comfortable one anyway, as I would call it. So oh my god, we're going to see that Overlord straight away. That was nice. So we know where each other are very quickly. I'll be surprised if Ambient doesn't just throw down a spawning pool. There it is straight away, because he knows he's going to get that drone blocking the natural till Kingdom Come. So yeah, good reaction out of the opening here by the player.
Yes, and I'll be Retro does itself to some form with first play here, but I think with the current meta actually being, I would be very surprised if we did. Jess has forgotten that she does. After that, it's gonna be so. This is play we next game where
you're breaking up quite a bit, unfortunately, Mandalore. Very hard to hear you.
Oh, good. That's not just me. Okay. Well,
yeah.
It's
no, it's everyone. It's
yeah.
Whatever
okay.
you hear goes out of the stream. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe you can repeat what you said. I think it's a little bit better now.
Yeah, I'm swapping servers. Sorry, guys, because we were using the Brood War client, was on a European server, now I'm on a Taiwan server. Let me know. Sorry, Dada. Thanks for that.
Yeah, it's tough. It's with this kind of setup with 3 continents.
Next time, look, I will fly to Europe if this can be organized ahead of time. But yes, we see one cannon here and a Nexus and no gateway. I do not like the no gateway play. I do not like it.
Do you want to explain why you don't like the no gateway play in this position here?
They're just too close. They're just too close, and one forge and one cannon is not enough to even stop 6 lanes, especially with no wall. It's just you just are.
Oh, yeah, I see your point there. I think, fortunately, for Jess, they're going to get away with it at this point because everything seems to be lining up. I think if they're really terrified of the Ling run by, I think they can just have the workers plug the holes, and I think they'll be fine. Honestly, as with
Well,
the
now
game,
now she has the gateway there.
yeah, yeah, the game
But
is going to
before
continue the standard macro
the game,
situation.
yeah, absolutely, yeah. The game's going to continue. I think Ambient's just decided to get his third. What's your comment on the third timing here? Is that natural? A little bit fast? What's the comment on the third speed here for drone ambient?
I wish I had seen the actual supply that it went down. I didn't see the exact supply, but it seemed like maybe normal, if not a little late. But again, I didn't pay too much attention to it, unfortunately.
Yeah, we were looking at the unfortunate side effect of having a gateway so slow here. We're now 5 minutes into the game. We only have a zealot on the map here. I don't know if I want to call it too easy, too far, but I think Drone Ambient is in a much better state right now than Jess. I think we need to see some kind of aggressive action from Jess here to try and deter the growth of Drone Ambient as soon as possible. Otherwise, this game is going to be very one-sided.
Yeah, well, I know you famously really don't like the Forge opening versus Zerg because it feels like they just get away with not being pressured, not having to make as many Zerglings early on, and just raging the economy. So yeah, I can fully understand that position. And yeah, same build as before.
I like this idea.
Yeah.
I like the idea. Get a goon out there and finish off that one overlord. A goon will help. Goon is not a bad idea to have at least one, but I don't know, man.
This 2-unit push from Protoss seems a little weird. I'm not sure exactly what this is going to achieve given the Ling numbers that are out already.
I would expect that Dragoon is about to die.
Very strange maneuver, but if they can get into the main here, it would be a nice scout, but yeah, we've got the Lings, perfect wraparound there. Goon will die very fast.
Maybe a bit of jitters here from Jess after taking that first loss against her in Ambient. Maybe just a bit stressed here, deciding what they want to do. It is quite strange to walk a goon across the map with no support against so many Zerglings. We have seen the Spire tech is already out. I am liking the Stargate. I don't think Jess saw the Spire tech. Not sure she saw it, but the Stargate is a safe choice in any case.
I will say it possibly was just a scouting poke to try and see if the Hydra Den was at the front. And only seeing no Hydra Den and only seeing Lings, I think Jess is making a bet that it's going to be Mutatech again. So we do see some preliminary cannons coming up in anticipation of that.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime you see 10 Zerglings, 12 Zerglings on the map, it's always tickling at your brain there. It's like, how am I going to see Mutas? And in this case, she is right. But does she want to go double Stargate?
It looks like Ambient is going for a more conservative play with the Spire here, which I'm liking actually. We're going to scout with those Scourge to see what the response out of Protoss is. And yeah, we can already see a cannon in the natural there, so I think Ambient is going to decide not to mass muta this game, but rather to get up to 5 and then go into the Hydra tech. 5 is a good number just to be threatening enough with. Got the Corsair scouting the main here and the natural, so yeah, the players are going to know exactly what's up with each other's positions here.
Absolutely, and that's what it's for. You can make the decision. Do you need more Corsairs? Do you need more cannons? Do you need more of something else? That's the whole point there. And the Corsair, even though it gives you anxiety watching a bunch of Scourge chase a Corsair across the map, the Corsair should still make it home, hopefully, over the top of those cannons.
Yeah.
A bit of a push here to try and kill off some probes in the main here. See, the Corsair did make it home, thankfully.
Yeah, just a poke in there with the muters, just to see, you know, are you doing the right thing, or are you making double stargating? Going to try and run over me with the air pressure here, or I don't know what this control is about, but it looks like the muters just kind of got thrown away into a bunch of static defense there.
Yeah, whoops, it does happen. Yes, Brood Warrior is very famous for misinterpreting what you wanted your things to do. So probably a slight mistake there, probably not intentional at all.
Yeah, I would say so. Definitely not what was intended, but we've got the Templar out now. It looks like we're transitioning to a more stable and normal mid-game for both players here. Ambient obviously just trying to get the hatchery count up, get those all-important Hydra upgrades and Hydras coming out, as we do see now. And then at some point we'll be getting our Lurker Tech and trying to go for an extra base, potentially.
Yeah, I don't think there is any... Jess seems to have recovered a little bit, still unsure as to what happened with the Zealot Goon push so early in the game, but she seems to have stabilized a little bit now and pushing out. We've got 3 Corsairs now. That's a good amount. She could keep 3. She'll probably go up to 4 or 5 just to have a nice static number in case she wants to push Overlords away later in the game. Scouting Overlords for support the Hydras and try and spot those Templars, etc., etc. We're getting the 10-minute mark though. Jess needs to be thinking about what she wants to do. Does she want to grab that third now, or does she want to try and drop a couple of extra gateways and go for a push? There's a lot of Templar here. Lots of storms. This could be fairly devastating. Is she? Oh, she's going to take the third towards her opponent. What is your opinion on that?
I don't mind it if it gets established, but yeah, during this period it's going to be a little difficult, but it is on high ground and with enough storms, I think it's holdable. Maybe just more annoying for the Zerg to think that a base is so close and yet cannot be really penetrated. But Zerg is also expanding into the bottom left here, so yeah, it looks like the players want to play a macro game. I think Ambient will try and pressure this third and see how many storms go down in defense of it.
Yes, there's one thing to be said on Retro is that the thirds, if they get established, they are almost invincible to try and knock you out. The resources to try... Oh, the storms though. The storm, we get a couple of Hydra kills, that's good. Yeah, force the retreat there, probably not a good idea to stand so close to the cliff.
Yeah, I think that was an awesome storm, and I don't think Ambient's got any real chance of breaking that. So Ambient's just gonna go for getting a couple of lurkers out, maybe try and contain the lower ground there, try and restrict the Protoss movement a little bit, whilst also taking expansion themselves.
Look at the drone count. Just pointed it out. We are 54 drones to 55 probes. Definitely going to be a very strong macro game here. I wonder if Drone Ambient just wants to take the whole, I'm going to sit back, bro, and you come out. Wonder if that's going to be his plan.
And honestly, I'm down for the style. I like a little economy play into come at me, bro. I think it's pretty strong if you can play it well, if you can get the economy going. I do like that the Queen's Nest has just popped, so we'll be seeing that Zerg hive very shortly, and we'll be getting those all-important defilers and melee upgrades and cracklings eventually, hopefully.
I think all Drone Ambient has to do now is stop Jess from getting a 4th, and this game will eventually bank out. Unfortunately, lots of great lurker placement here. Oh, very, very brave Templar again. Pays for it with his life. Got a couple of Hydra kills there. Why not? I guess if this drops, if that drops. Did anyone see Hydras going to those Overlords that we're looking at? No, they are empty, but we do have Overlord speed and we do have a lot of Hydras here. A drop in the main is pretty good. You've used that yourself against me quite a few times. It's not something everyone is expecting, I will say that much. Might be a little bit supply blocked here. We're banking quite a lot of minerals here from Jess. We're sitting at 139 supply. A huge push here right outside here of these Overlords maybe for to try and draw some fire while the Hydras and the Lurkers push up in front. This looks like a very scary push here.
Yeah, I think we're going for the contain here. Just try and keep Protoss on the 3 bases as much as possible. Loving the lurker placements here. We're going to have a Templar coming forward. Probably try and storm this army here. Does not have enough energy. Neither does the other one coming. So it's a little bit dangerous, but we can see that Jess has transitioned into the mass goons here to try and fight off the lurker transition. We'll just, I think it will all be coming down to whether Ambient can keep the contain on the Protoss here.
Yeah, absolutely, and it is a very strong choke point. Oh, we're trying to move these goons forward here with this. Oh, that's a very good storm there from the back there. Well done, very good. Plenty of observers here. Not going to have any problems here as long as you keep those observers in the back. Here come a couple of Zealots trying to push through on top of these Overlords. We're going to get cut some of these Overlords there. Perfect storm, perfect storm. More Zerglings coming in support here. You can probably assume they're almost cracklings. Look at the storms. Just evaporate the entire army here from Drone Ambient, and we're starting to clean everything up here. More Lurkers pushing through. There's some random Overlords flying around the map. There's a random Templar in the front there. What's he doing? He's gonna storm. He's gonna storm. Still, it's dead. Perfect. All these Lurkers had just been dead, and Jess has said, "Contain." What contain? And then decided to move backwards when she has the very clear advantage here. Jess, let's go, let's go, let's go. Do not be afraid anymore. You have broken that contain. In fact, there's no units outside the 3rd base either. Every single unit was brought forward there to try and break that position. And Jess coming out of the map here. It's time for revenge. Revenge of the Jess as she moves down towards Zerg's position here. And Zerg's got 4 bases, dude. 4 bases and hatcheries absolutely everywhere. This position here, lots of Zerglings, more Lurkers trying to morph in before this push hits. Very strong push coming down from Jess here. She still has more Templars in the back here with more storms ready to pour. Oh, that one's out there. We're going to see a couple of Archons jump in. Yep, Archon. They're thinking about it. Let's dance a little bit, There's an Archon. Perfect. And I think if we just see a reinforcement here, yes, perfect. All these Zealots here, we might... Wow, look at the storms there. Look at the storms.
It's been absolutely amazing storms from Jess. I'm just slightly worried that Jess might be starting to overextend here into the Zerg position. I think the positioning of these Lurkers across the bridge is decent enough, and yeah, Jess decides as well that yep, I should pull back here. Maybe we look at taking another base here as Jess, as Defilers spawn for the Zerg.
I definitely agree with you there. She's banking quite a lot of minerals. I think she just needs to just drop all these pylons and just be done with it. I think if she had managed to have all those pylons sitting there, she would have fared much better. Perfect idea here. Let's go see what's on the other side of the map. Oh, look at this. There's some Lurkers here. Bring those some sort. No, we don't want to go. Okay, all right, cool. We know the Lurkers are there at least. We know they're there. So there's some scouting Zerglings and Lurkers here. They're going to try and go, oh, Jess doesn't need a 4th base. They're probably going to stop that 4th base initially. Yep,
yeah,
I think he lurking back around.
I think the issue is one of just simply gateway count, no? I don't think there's enough gateways, or am I wrong about this? Because I think there was 12.
No, you're absolutely right. She needs more gateways, she needs more pylons. That is 8 gateways in the main. She definitely needs more than 8 gateways there. I'm not sure. I think she still has the 1 in the natural there, or he might have blown it up to try and free up that pathway out. So if you just get sent to 4th base here, are there any Templar here to stop this incursion on the 3rd base there?
Yeah, some scary Zerg forces coming out here. Crackling's just absolutely melting these zealots here as the lurkers try and get up into position here. At the bottom of this third, oh my god, we're taking the middle next. This is an interesting play.
Yes, it is quite. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Jess is tier 0. I think I would have preferred to take the 12 base there, but maybe there's a method to the madness there. Maybe I don't need to talk too early. This push though is going to smash through all of these cannons. He does have the defilers there who are playing in the background as well.
Wow, no storms in sight up the hill there, but the army tries to come from the back. Storms on top of those lurkers as the Dark Swarm comes down. I think Jess will actually clear at least the lurkers at the top of the ramp, but these Dragoons getting stuck onto the Dark Swarms as the Zerglings come to try and clean it up here. Barely holding on as more units try and come up this ramp here. We do now have that 4th base coming down, and now the middle nexus is getting assaulted by Zerg units. This middle nexus is insane. I'm so confused with this middle nexus. It looks like Zerg is in full force. Triple Evo chambers. The upgrades are probably amazing. The Zergling force here is going to cancel this 4th, I think. Damn, and we've got the GG coming out of Jess.
Well played. No, that was a loss to Jess, and she said it was the worst game I've ever played, but it really didn't look like a bad game. I thought it was, you know, it was not a bad game at all.
I thought No, I missed a bit there to the end due to lag, but definitely I think when she was at that middle point and pushing towards the natural there, that was the iron. That was when the iron was hot, but she just didn't have enough pylons and gateways to back up all that money she had cashed there. I really feel like that was her opportunity right then. Just the supply block might have cut short the steam out of that push.
By the way, thanks for the follow into the Mad Cow. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the cast. Okay, let's get into the next series. Is gonna be Keen versus Kaiko. Let's have a look. These are some of our top players, so this should be interesting.
More Zerglings.
We see what are the races of the players.
Oh, let me fix the scoreboard. It's gonna be Keen Zerg versus Kaiko, and it's on Vermeer. Okay, so we have in the top left corner Keen from Horse Emoji, and it's top right, it's Kaiko.
Let's go. A TVZ happening in front of our eyes here. I know this is not going to be much that you'll be able to comment on, Mando, but who would you be rooting for here in this series, just based on the races? I'm assuming it would be the Terran player, am I correct?
That's a pretty safe assumption. As you know, my personal opinion of Zerg is the biggest bullshit race on the planet. So yes, I will be rooting for the Terran here in this match.
Who would ever root for a Terran?
Only when presented with no other option.
Well, it's going to be a very interesting cast, to say the least. But one thing we can mention right away is Hiko has actually opted to go with the high ground supply depot and barracks, so not going for the low ground wall off, as we've seen a lot of pro Terrans use a lot in the scene. And it looks like, yeah, Keen is just going to go for a very standard 12 hatch here. So a very economically focused opening with no worry of any kind of crazy BBS from the Terran at this point.
It's just a dice roll though. Honestly, they don't have that information yet. I feel like this is like Kiko, I guess he's expecting some sort of cheese, which is why he's elected to build everything on the upper ramp rather than down at the natural. And whereas Keen seems to have just flipped a coin here and gone hatch first at 12 instead of the Overpool. Or is Overpool not a standard play in PvT? TVZ, sorry.
I think, in my personal opinion, I think it's much less standard than it is in ZVP. You can get away with a more economical opening against Terran, but if you fight against like Barracks Supply Depot, things get a little bit hairy. You have to pull drones. You kind of lose them all, and you potentially lose the game. But that's just my first-person experience with playing with 12 patch. But yeah, like a lot of pros tend to do it. Something that I've enjoyed a lot though is trying 12 pool against opponents, because it seems to confuse them quite a lot. Makes the game a lot safer, and you can tech a lot faster. My god, this Overlord's gonna die. That is no good.
That is not good at all. But what about this 3-minute lair? So we're going to see mutas, I'm guessing, as soon as possible.
Well, we'll have to see what the tech choices end up being. I mean, we don't see the Hydra Den down at this point. I mean, the SCV sees everything, so in terms of things for Kiko, I think they're pretty happy with the position. They know exactly what's going on. They're expanding themselves. They're getting another barracks here. I'll just want to see what style Kiko will pull out for the matchup, whether they will go for an early academy, or if they want to go more of the old school mass rack style. But it looks like the academy is already being built here, so yeah, it will be fast stim.
Layer is done. We should see well, the gas is there for Keen. I wonder if he's going to hold off until he can kill off this. Oh, there's actually Marines at the front here. Wow, very aggressive push here. Did he kill that SCV off? I think he killed that SCV off, but now it's in the Spire. Even though I'm pretty sure Kiko knows it's coming. All these Marines are really regretting their decision to come out on the map, and there is a bunker at home, thankfully. But what's to stop him just running up the ramp?
Not too much. You might have to pull an SUV or just keep a couple of the Marines on the ramp to try and stop this here as the Zerglings come in. Uh-oh. Did the stream stop for you? Or did I drop?
It's getting a bit slow. I think I'm just going to exit the stream and come back in here. There's a Hero Fire that's perfectly timed to get that back up there. I'm just going to quickly get out of this stream here and then come back in the stream, see if that fixes up.
No worries. It seems to have recovered mostly for me here, as the Zerglings are now trying to assault the natural yet again. The SCVs have been pulled out of the natural up to the main base as, my stream is now just frozen again. What is going on with this? Dada, you might have to take over.
Sorry, is there an issue with the stream?
Yeah, we're a bit...
Can you guys not see the stream anymore? Oh, sorry about that. Let me try and fix that. Do you guys not see the game?
Stream, but just,
do you guys not see the game anymore?
Laggy.
Can you guys just say if you're still seeing the stream?
You can see your screen looking at Discord.
I can see the Discord,
right.
yeah.
All right. Let me just restart the stream, the Discord stream. That is. I won't restart the Twitch stream. Everyone
will have to give us, as we are coordinating from 3 different countries here to make this happen. So
yeah,
appreciate you in our time of need here.
3 different countries, 3 different continents, 1 20-year-old game.
So, can you guys see the We'll Be Right Back screen?
Yep, got it.
Yeah, sorry guys. It seems that it's working fine on the Twitch end. It's just that we have a bit of a weird setup with Discord. They're actually watching the stream via Discord, and that appears to be laggy. So,
seems if we want to try it again.
15 frames per second I've got. That's alright. It's Brood War.
Right.
We don't really need super high definition for Brood War.
No.
I think we should
the
be
more-
okay now.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So, game number 2, and Kiko is in the top left on retro, and Keen is in the bottom left. And we still, I don't know if you guys have noticed, we still have not had any cross-spawn positions on retro or Vermeer yet.
Yeah, this game is rigged,
yeah.
man.
Rigged for an entire 2 teams. This is like us trying to play random, and every time I roll Zerg. Very random indeed.
It is painful when we play 5 random versus randoms in a row, and both of us get the same race 3 times in a row. It's
Yeah. I have the same thing when I'm practicing in single player. Sometimes I just wanna play like from a certain spawning position. So I restart the game until I get that position, but it just doesn't come up. Like I get the same spawning position like 10 times in a row. So Brute War is weird about randomness.
You gotta get those bunny cheats out and just build into the location.
Look, it's all Grant Davies' problem. Fortunately, it's completely Grant Davies' problem.
True. Very true.
Any issues with Brute War is completely Grant Davies.
It looks like we'll be having the same SimCity opening from Kiko, who's yet again opted for the high ground supply depot and racks. It looks like we're going to get the scout out of Keen before the hatchery goes down at 12. Yet again, so same. There's a gas going there.
There is a gas, yes. Last time it was gasless. Now there is a gas. So I'm guessing it's just going to go straight into. Would this be one base play then?
It's hard to say right now. We need to see what the Terran player takes up into. It's at least going to be a factory for sure, but will it be a 2-port play, or will it just be more of like a Goliath play into expand? We will just have to see what Terran does.
I can't imagine it's gonna be something like 2-port. That would be insane to watch, but let's see.
If they're confident in the Wraith micro, they may go the 2-port. But yeah, from the Zerg side here, it's I think it's a little easier to play against the one base gas opening. Usually, you tend to just grab a blind sunken at the front, just in case they go for their vulture harass, maybe get a couple of Zerglings to block the ramp, and basically your game plan doesn't really change all that much as Zerg. You do try and take up to mutas and then scout and try and react from there. But you can try to get burrow and skip ling speed if you think the Terran is going for 2-port Wraith, because amazingly, burrow is a nice upgrade to have to save your drones against those pesky Wraiths.
Yeah, it's a completely different game when the Terran opens with an early gas versus mech. It's just a completely different matchup. It's actually very interesting how much of a difference there is for both races.
So we're seeing like Vulture 1-1-1 here. First Vulture, Marines, and the Starport in the back. Already 1-1-1. Saw someone commenting in the stream there stating that the War random generator might be linked to like timing, so like you have to wait in between creating, but it's Brood War. Honestly, who knows? I don't think even Blizzard knows how they made the game at this point. Quite clear. They have no idea. There are lots of drones being made here. There's your blind sunken and the spire at the front. Okay, so we're not even going to pretend what path we're having this game. We're just going to put it out there.
Almost always against this one base player, you're just going mutas anyway. You just are confirming whether you're fighting cloaked units or not. Cloaked units or Goliath play. But you are going to be massing mutas in both situations, so really he'll be comfortable to see that it's at least at the moment not not 2-port Wraith, but it looks like we're teching very fast into a science vessel. So I have seen a lot of Terrans do this because they know that Zergs like to mass mutalisks against the follow-up Goliath play. I've seen a lot of Terrans recently just rushing for a science vessel and a radiate to try and catch those mutas out. So yeah, we'll have to see how that progresses.
Anything that is not 100% standard, I'm all for it. I love it. I love it. Let's just go straight up to battle cruiser. I do not care as long as it works.
Take notes, man, because yeah, this is.
Taking notes.
And yeah, as I said, we're going for that science vessel and a radiate. So yeah, Terran's very aware of the position they're in, and that the Zerg is most likely going to be massing mutas against this play. So we'll see a couple of interactions between some Marines and the mutas there. We do get to attack a couple of them there, but not too much damage has really been dealt. The only thing that I'm not entirely sure about here is how the Terran's going to try and transition out of this play here. Whether they're going to try and expand or if they're just going to try and push across the map.
I would say like he's gone so fast in the science vessel, like he only got finished in the academy now. Like he's only just getting medics. He's only going to be able to get the range upgrade and stim. It's very delayed.
It is very delayed. This is sort of one of the disadvantages of going for this play. I don't think I've yet to see the Terran who successfully converts the 1-1-1 into a bio play, but it looks like that's what we're going to see here. So yeah, I'm very curious to see how they handle this as more barracks goes down for the Terran.
He's got the control tower on there because he wants to start pumping out those science vessels, but if he get cloak for the one little raid he's got running around the field, maybe not. He needs to gap for the science vessels, I would guess.
Oh, the radiate
is a huge irradiate.
That's the sickest irradiate we've had all season. That was insane. I think that killed like 6 mutas or something.
Yeah, that was.
Did he just not see? Did he just not see the tank in the back? He just wasn't ready for it.
I can only imagine that he looked away at the exact moment the science vessel came up and irradiated, because yeah, there was no splitting or anything for ages.
Sometimes it's really hard to split. Sometimes you try it and it just doesn't work. It's difficult sometimes. Yeah,
I'm definitely
tricky.
a victim to this.
Especially when you try to do it a little bit too quickly. You know, you just misclick and it ends up not working out perfectly. So maybe something like that happened. I'm not sure. We have another irradiate already. 2 vessels this quickly.
Yeah.
It's definitely a unique plan, but how much time does he have until Zerg just says, "You're not coming out of your base, I'm just going to take over the whole map." There's already a 3rd base for Zerg on the field. There's lurkers in play. There's lots of lings in play.
Zerg is definitely hoping to hold on with those lurkers and lings here. I'm a little surprised at the aggressiveness of these units as they run straight into the bio with no burrow, and we're going to lose more than half of them. A radiate going down, the lings are going to try and come in and save some of this, but man, this has not been the greatest control from the Zerg player here, I have to say.
Yeah, I think that was an accidental, or at least a move command there. We've got some more lurkers morphing at home, panic lurkers probably, and also some more overlords just getting caught in the crossfire here. Overlords were definitely halved in the making of this production today. I'm sorry guys for any vegans in the chat. Lots of lurkers on the ground there.
Yeah, I think luckily the advantage is going to hold on for the Zerg player here, as yeah, the bio just kind of walked into a line of lurkers there. We got more bio streaming across here. Can the Zerg player hold on against 4 barracks? We've got the Terran player finally now taking that natural expansion as brings up all the lurkers to try and hold this third base. We've got more lurkers coming along here. I'm a little surprised to not see the File Tech coming out here, but I guess he just figures he needs as many lurkers as possible to try and hold up against this. Ling's fighting Marines, the Marines taking the better end of that fight. We've got 2 bunkers here, so yeah, Terran player definitely doesn't want to have a bunch of lurkers run around and just stomp the natural there, so I think that's a decent preemptive maneuver there. We've got some tank production coming out of the factory here. I do kind of like the forward bio there. That will give him, you know, a little bit of a chance to react if a bunch of lurkers come back up here. We're now holding this position at the high ground here. More bio streaming in to try and come take this out. Oh my god, that was a massive hit on bio there. Not quite worth it for the 1 lurker, but we do get an irradiate off on a Ling there. Got some lurkers coming back, cycling back. They will easily hold off this bio force here. And Mandalore is back. Allegedly. We don't hear his voice yet, but I'm assuming he'll soon.
I am back, sorry. I am having internet issues from the country of the Great Firewall. I do apologize.
No problems. Terran has managed to take a base, make it a couple of tanks. We've got some firebats out. And yeah, Zerg has fully saturated the third and has managed to hold on for the time being.
And it seems like the game has stabilized somewhat.
Yeah, somewhat. We do have the hive out, so yeah, once these defilers come out, it's going to be quite a tough time for the Terran. But I do like that the Terran is kind of going into tank production here. At least we can get some damage off with the splash onto these lurkers.
Yes, definitely time for a take line. What other options though, late game, do we have? Like, should Aaron just, like, he's already got all the tech, should he not just decide to go battle cruisers?
I think he's a bit money starved at the minute, just from the economy. I think you know, it's going to be a little bit of an uphill battle here for Terran. Oh my god, look at the lurker count. The lurker count is amazing.
It's hilarious.
We do have the siege tank shelling away at the lurkers. Do manage to kill a couple there. They haven't moved. Let's move the lurkers out of the way. There we go.
Yeah, that's time to go. There's more lurkers at home as well. Oh my god, the lurker count is just extreme here.
Look, credit where credit. I'm loving the this constant lurker production. It's very respectable. The tanks are, however, going to give this quite a bit of drama until we see some defilers, but I do kind of like this idea from the Zerg. It looks like he's just going to go right around and head for the natural.
Yeah, it's like, what? I don't have to go out another way. Oh no, he's coming back. He's filled near all these workers. Ooh, yeah.
You're going to attack me, I'll attack you, but the bio forces are just not faring that well against this army. It's not great enough, I think.
The loss is just ridiculous. You kill workers. Well, now this vessel in and some passive irradiate damage. Whoa, one spine there to sound like 20 Marine. And keep going.
Surprisingly, that force held quite well for the Terran against as many lurkers as there were. I was expecting them to do quite a bit worse, but I think they actually traded decently.
Yeah, no ground was taken, no ground was given. What is the long-term idea here, though? I'm not really seeing this. Do we need more tanks? Do we need Goliaths? What do we need? Do we need Valkyries? What do we need to do to move forward?
I like trying to take this third expansion. These mutants are hilariously being annoying. This is the mutant to survive and will kill that SCV taking the third, so that is exceptional.
is the CV and count normal for 15 minutes in the map, considering that no one has done any drop play?
Sorry, the third CC timing, is that what we're asking?
No, sorry, the SCV count and the worker count. Oh my god, look at this lurker surround. Oh my god, there's defense on the front tank there. It's not going to be enough. Oh dear. Oh yeah, okay, we have 3 vessels here. Another lurker push forward. I can, even though the stream is muted, I can hear the Terran Marines screaming in their depots and blood. It's from year in the game. Yeah, my comment was we are now at 15 minutes in the game, and yet Terran and Zerg are roughly even on worker counts. I was just wondering, is that a normal thing? Because I think by this point in a PvT, we would put up.
Yeah, definitely not where you want to be as the Terran. I would kind of put it down to the opening choice and how that went for them, but it looks like Zerg is just full macro mode at this point. The lurker count and Hydra count is pretty big at this stage. You know, third base fully saturated. I would have loved to have seen another base taken at this point, but I know that the fights have just been going so well for Zerg at this point that he might decide to try an A move and see where it goes. The vessels are kind of hunting for this.
Yeah, well, they need to be. This is the point in some of our games that we get to where the violence start knocking on the door, and then here it is, Dark Swarm, the OP move that lets Zerg into your house, and oh my god, look at this destruction that's happening here at the front gate here. The siege tanks up on the high ground. Hydra's been dominant. Oh, another Dark Swarm in the front door here.
You know, the Siege Tank Splash is doing pretty decently here. I think, yeah, Terran managed to defend decently well there. The lurkers are still underneath this Dark Swarm, but until we can get another Defiler up the front here, it looks like that's all it's going to be for now.
I know Dada was just showing us before that actually Zerg is on 1-1, but Terran has selected to go +3 weapons only. It's a little bit of a contrast there. Maybe some armor upgrades might come in handy here to try and deflect a little bit of that bunker damage. Plenty of bunkers here. Wow, yeah. See, look at these third bases on Retro. Just how do you do it? How do you crack one?
You don't. It is just simply the design of the map, I think. 2 bunkers, vessel, and a tank. Pretty good. Pretty good. Got a whole bunch more lurkers being made, and we get the double scan on top of them. So Terran is very aware of what that army is doing, but can't really do much about it, I would say.
Yeah, it's just not even the things in the macro really. Oh, there it is. There, fourth base started fight. Sleep on the job. Didn't see Drone go past him. We'll go fortify. That's key. Get back to the permanent mark. The 3.
Your mic is really fading now. Sorry, it's very hard to hear what you're saying.
It's all good. We've got a massive circle coming through the middle here towards the third base. I'll be very curious to see how much headway all these lurkers and lings and defilers managed to get through here. It's a huge tank army with 3 bunkers defending here. So yeah, look, if he can crack it, fair play to him. But with only 1 defiler, I'm not so sure. We'll see. We get the Dark Swarm going down, we get the Irradiate on the Defiler, we do manage to get the double Dark Swarm down, but yeah, I think the Defiler is blocking the ramp a little bit. Okay, no, the pathing is not too bad there. Get a huge burrow, let's see what damage happens. The first bunker goes down, second bunker getting shelled away at here. Oh, we're trying to stuff the lurkers up the ramp here. Let's get our burrow, and yep, the second bunker goes down. The dropship there poised to try and take out that extra base. Marines and tanks still trying to fight these lurkers underneath the Dark Swarms, whilst 2, 3 more tanks, 4 more tanks come to reinforce, and I would wager that the tanks will clean this up now. Looks like that extra base for Zerg is being taken out as the tanks do manage to clean up the forces from Zerg there. Nice defense by the Terran. Unfortunate for the Zerg that extra base gets taken out, so we now have to send a few extra units over there to try and sort that out. And I wonder if Mandalore will ever make it back.
I have, in fact, made it back. Sorry, I was just doing a couple of server hops there. This American server seems to be working a bit better, so we'll stick with that. I can actually see the game in real time now.
Yeah, you sound a lot better.
4 frames at a time. Yes, thank you. I'm happy to be here and doing what I've been waiting a week to do. Unfortunately, living here in China sometimes is a case of who is your daddy and what does he do when it comes to the internet. But
got a bit of a big brother situation over there.
yeah, unfortunately, yes, there is a building full of people trying to stop me from streaming tonight. Unfortunately, but we will do what we can. I do apologize. I have, yes, I am now Terminator 3.0, and my voice sounds normal now. Thank you. I do apologize. What is happening, guys? Keen is got a mad bank here, and Kiko's got a mad bank as well. Have we just decided to have a no rush, like 10-minute period at the 20-minute mark in the game? Is that what's happening right now? I did see the base got taken out.
Well, we've had a couple of swings in armies between the two players here. I think Kiko has just absolutely amassed an insane tank numbers here. And I don't know if it was completely intentional. I'd love to see the production of the Terran base, but I think he's just managed to produce, out of 2 factories, just like almost like he's going a mech amount of tanks right now.
Is it what we need now? At least Terran has finally managed to get over 30 SCVs and start to mine a bit more in this game here. Oh, look at this base just undefended here. Where is the Lurker army? Did we not have 500 Lurkers before? We did not opt to put Lurkers at this new base, unfortunately. Yes, those poor lava are going to die. They're going to be roasted. Not sure how roasted lava tastes. I'm sure someone could tell me. But pushing out here, and I wonder if Zerg is concerned there might be secret bases for the Terran. I don't believe that's how Terran operates somehow. What is the upgrade count for Zerg though? Do we have a fresh count here? Okay, so we're at 2. We're on +2. Yep, still +2 and 2, I'm guessing, for it. And 3 and 1 now, and 2 weapons. Right. Look at this hero Firebat. He's like, no, you are not coming up this ramp. Well, that second medic might help keep this Firebat alive. There's Firebat, hero Firebat here. If anyone remembers what the hero's Firebat name is from the unit roster here, it's actually named. Oh, boom, there he goes. Go on. Oh, we have a Dark Swarm push here on the 12 o'clock base. Well, that's a pretty good Dark Swarm, if I do say myself. That's annoying.
But look at the tank count, man. The tank count is insurmountable. Jesus Christ. No way that we get
Jesus. And the vessel count.
Yeah, the vessel count is quite nice. Zerg has unfortunately tried to break this base quite a few times, and yeah, Terran has just managed to trade insanely well. So, unfortunately, you know, the Dark Swarms are holding up for quite a lot longer than the Terran would prefer. We do have a lot more Zerg coming down the map here, and yeah, Zerg's just been having trouble holding on to an extra base. Just keeps getting denied by the Terran.
It looks like Terrans just need this, at least Kiko. Maybe it's just yes, Goy Montag. Yes, thank you, NXC1. Yes, I should know that. I should know that after playing the game for 20 years. But yes, thank you for reminding me there. Looks like Terran has just needed a good 30 minutes to warm himself up this game, because that mech army is just looking unstoppable. Here comes another push on the 3rd here. Keen seeing his opportunity. What that insurmountable amount of tanks is on holiday, and there go the SCVs. I wonder how many of these SCVs are going to die. Not many. lifted off the CC. We're running away now. But now we're just like, do we not care? Do we not care anymore, grimZ? Are we just going to end this game now?
Yeah, the huge A move of insane tank numbers and a little bit of fire to support. Zerg got the third base, but will he get this game? It's going to be an interesting battle right at the front of Zerg's natural base.
He has decided Kiko, has got this special 25-minute timing because this is just looking insane right now. All these tanks here, there is nothing at home. No defilers have popped yet. All these lings are dying needlessly. And this army is going to come back from the back. I wonder if a sandwich will be enough to stop this pressure that's pushing on here. That is 12 tanks.
Wow.
GG. Wow. 25 minutes, and that was it. That was all he needed to finish the game.
You know, the famous 25 minutes 3-2 timing. It's good.
I do remember playing NR20s for a long time.
Mad respect to the Terran player for managing to trade out well against the Zerg onslaughts, denying the bases, and just getting an insane tank count to take the win.
It was a sick build. Absolutely sick build, going straight to science facility. Definitely a different way to play the game. So we're now on the final one here on Invader. Top left, Kiko, bottom right, Keen. How do you guys feel about this map?
So I'm not too keen on the 1v1 maps, especially for Zerg versus Terran. I feel like as the Zerg, I need these extra sneaky bases in order to survive. So I haven't quite cracked the 1v1 ZVT.
I like it. I think it's a good map. It's a fun map to play on. Not too keen on the 1v1 maps.
What do you open up on this map?
Just a 12 hatch.
Oh,
Hatch, okay.
just a 12 hatch. Why not? Yeah, I've done. Unfortunately, Forge is my choice here, just because of the stupid split ramps at the front there. As a Protoss player, it's just ridiculously difficult to survive any kind of long-term game against Zerg on this map.
Definitely an interesting map to try and play some of these matchups on. Certainly not used to most of them. So the question now that we face, given that we are on game 3, will we have another 1-1-1? Or do you think Kiko has gone, phew, I've just managed to scrape through that one. I'm going to try something else.
Yeah, I'm thinking gaze. Again. Gaze. Gaze. I don't know. Let's say 1-on-1. Let's say 1-1-1 because of the surface area and the double high ramps. Potentially, the air units would be more favorable here.
Well, it looks like 1-1-1 for sure because, well, the gas has been taken. We'll see what transpires. We've got the workers doing the little scout kiss, going past each other. Terran just trying to tech up as fast as possible here. Zerg has opened pretty normally with the 12 hatch into the pool and gas. So I don't expect to see too much of a difference from Zerg at this point, but we'll just have to wait and see.
You guys, like, well, at least maybe you would know, grimZ, but I know when we play Protoss, if we want to do something cheeky whilst getting our cybernetics core, we might pull one probe off the gas and just leave 2 on the gas. Do you guys do anything like that in Zerg or Terran early game, especially when you're trying to do these 1-1-1 builds? Or do you just leave them all on?
It's a hard question to answer. I mean, for Zerg, you can do a lot of early gas stuff. Something I've been looking into is like 9-pool gas versus Protoss, and I think the theory is that, you know, you can try and do like a speedling all in or early mutas, early hydras, or you can try and fake them out and just go macro anyway. In terms of pulling off.
Much more common to take drones off gas in CVC, where the builds are just so super optimized, but in the other matchups, it's very rare to take drones off gas if you have a gas, because the gas units are just so important for Zerg.
Yeah, that was something I wanted, because gas is also important for Protoss as well, but there's just a couple of tricky openings where you just take one probe off, or sometimes even two, just to try and get the Nexus out fast. But yeah, it's just interesting learning all the little tiny nuances. And here's this spire in the front here, this balls out spire. Just love it.
I will tell you another nuance of ZVZ is,
Please do.
most of the time, you want as much gas as possible because mutas are absolutely balling. But if your minerals spawn on the left-hand side, you do want to pull one off gas because the left-hand side minerals mine slower than the right-hand side minerals. Fun fact.
Okay, another reason to not play a shit race like Zerg.
Yeah, you could say that. We've got the Vulture microing pretty heavily against the Zerglings, and of course, a well-microed Vulture against a couple of Slowlings is always going to win that battle.
Absolutely.
We do, again, have a 1-1-1 opening here for the Terran player.
Bit of a SCV strike going on here, though. I don't know what's going on there. There we go. We've gone back to work now. It's good. Cool. All right. First race, but well, that is a lot of lings. Look at the deliberate send to the lings to the left to try and circumvent any kind of scouting. And I guess that one vulture that could probably kill all those things as well. But this could be very, very brutal. This could be very, very fast.
This could be nice, actually. Yeah, there's not much covering the ramp here, and I think the Zerglings are just going to kill everything.
Here we go. It's just like the door is open and the lings are in your base.
Yep, these Marines are not long for this world. The SCVs are going to have to be pulled here, but Speedlings versus all these SCVs, yeah, going to fare pretty well. And so, yeah, unless there's some miracle micro with these SCVs, I think that's just about game.
Yes, there's not many players who can take a critical loss of SCVs in deep lane. The Zergling farm here is just doing absolutely colossal amount of damage. 7, 8 SCVs, or they didn't get the last one. That is just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Now we've got mutas out and nothing to defend against the mutas. Just one turret here, one turret over here. It's gonna be really hard.
Yeah. Let's all offer a minute of silence for Kiku, who tried and pulled off an amazing game in Game 2. However, I think once he saw those mutas, he probably knows that the end is nigh.
He's going to try as long as possible, though, as the mutas do come and fly into the main base here. Only 4 for now, but with Ling backup, pretty easy.
There it is. There's the GG. Well, you tried, so well done. I really enjoyed the second game, actually. I know it was 25 minutes long, but I did enjoy it.
The second game was awesome. Well done for getting into a position where you could just stomp with 12 tanks.
Oh, absolutely. That was just mental. Absolutely mental. What are we looking at next, Dada? What's the next matchup?
So the next game is going to be Least versus Type 100. So that's going to be a PvZ. Should we take a quick break? Like take a 2-3 minute break and just get some water and stuff like that?
Yep, absolutely.
Stay hydrated and stuff like that. And then we'll be back in a few minutes. Yeah, and then we'll have Least versus Type 100. And the last series that we have is Vermin versus Vahens, which is gonna be a TVZ as well. So, yeah, stay tuned. We'll be back in a few minutes. back, and let's get into our 4th series of the casts. Actually, I don't know if Mando and grimZ are back yet, but I'll just start the game and we'll see. They'll be back.
Yeah, we're here.
All right.
Yeah. More whiskey, more chips, more water. Great.
Oh, awesome. Let me fix the scoreboard here.
So in the top right, we seem to have Type 100, and we have Least in the bottom right, who is our Protoss player from Horse Emoji. I do know Mr. Type 100, big shout out. Mr. Type 100 is actually here in China somewhere. He hasn't actually told me where, but he is actually a Chinese player as well.
Shout out to Leith. I used to hang around with him. Well, maybe not with him directly, but I used to hear a lot about him back when I had first started. So yeah, I will be very biasly rooting for Least in this series.
Now, try not to be biased, but Type 100 is deserving, so I should go for him. He is, but thank you very much. Still,
That's true.
again, not one cross spawn. We are still corner spawns again.
Thanks, Brew War. It's going to be a very unfortunate opening here for Type 100 because... oh no, sorry. Completely my mistake. He did end up going for the overpull, so it won't be as bad, but it'll be good for Least getting that first scout off, and yeah, just being a little bit annoying with the probe there. I thought Type 100 was going to try and do hatch first, but no, I agree with this message.
What are we going to see here? Going to see a gateway or a forge. We will know in a moment the playstyle of Type 100. Sorry, Least, excuse me. Excuse me.
Eventually we will find out, and it is a forge. Wow.
It is a forge.
You're not going to be happy with this, are you?
Honestly, in my personal opinion, the games I played here on Vermeer, Forge first on Vermeer, is not preferable at all. The 1v1 map was a cross-spawn, yes indeed, so you are correct. It was due to the lack of other options. Yes, you are correct. So no, we are going straight from a forge into a nexus here. Before cannon, feeling very safe here. The probe is still in the main.
Yeah, the probe is very aware of what's going on, so I have every confidence at least, knows what he can and can't make in this position. It's going to continue to be annoying and just scout the base here. We do see the gas going down, which is actually not that much of note because we do have the 3rd hatchery down as well. So pretty standard stuff out of the Zerg player from this point.
Yeah, with the flyby there from the Overlord, I think he's pretty confident. He knows there is nothing coming with a forge burst whatsoever. So yeah, please expand all over the map with warlings. Yeah, we should see a lot of drones though, right?
Yeah. He's only made 4 lings at this point. I don't think we're having any more lings coming out at the moment. So yeah, we're just in macro mode. But that is an early Hydra Den.
So he needs to kill this probe though if he's gonna try and. Is that lings on the ramp? I guess yes, they are.
So Least is in a bit of trouble here unless he did that trick with the queued mineral walk back into the main. He's going to try and scout the natural, but looks like it wasn't queued back into the main, so we're not going to be able to scout that Hydra Den.
No, but we also. So we've got more lings making here. Oh, there goes that probe almost. Hydra speed coming up first. 3rd is finished, I believe. 1 cannon back at probe.
Yeah, this is going to be trouble for Least if he can't sniff this out in time. It's going to be game over with a very early Hydra bust at the front.
I wonder. I know everyone knows about the snow laugh, but I wonder if there's like a famous Zerg player has a famous laugh as well, or anything like that. Do you guys know?
We'll have to ask the Peanut Gallery for their input on this one.
I guess so. Huge snow laugh here if he was a Zerg player. Oh.
That is true.
It's definitely coming. Oh, all these links as well on top of it. I think it's just gonna. It's gonna be a very shock surprise game here. Surprise end to this game.
Yeah, just waiting for those Hydras to come streaming across the map. We've got one in production there, we've got a couple popping there. There we go. Okay, we'll start to see them coming. Got the range upgrade coming as well. Yeah, Lisa's absolutely no idea that this is about to knock down his door.
Very tactical, although he might cap win if this Corsair goes straight across the map. But if it doesn't go past the natural first, to see if there's any Hydras camped in the natural, it could also end immediately. There's another cannon movement there. All the Hydras have been revealed here. The time to strike is going to be now before those cannons can finish up. Lisa's realizing he's in big trouble here. Come back to the main here. Where are the rest of these Hydras?
Yeah, slightly surprised that the initial three weren't trying to poke away, but here we go. We're just going to go for one huge A move. The Zealots are going to try and fight, but yeah, the Hydra count plus the Lings, it's just going to be too much.
It's too much, yeah. 6 Hydras is enough to just obliterate any cannon. Wow, all cancelled there. He didn't even try. Does he? Yeah, no. GG. There it is. Yes, that is the correct answer.
Anyone on example game that has to do a very early Hydra bust, that would be the one to look at.
Yeah, that was perfect. Absolutely perfect. Well, someone here, Type 100, doing the same shit every PvZ. How original. Well,
called out.
Sir, may I just say, he fucking won the game, which I guess was the object of the game. So yes.
It's just Zerg things, man.
Yeah. If it's not broken, then don't stop. Sorry,
Maybe some of the Zergs are sick of fighting 50 cannons with like 2 Reavers and 50 Storms behind it, you know? Sometimes we just want a little quick.
Look at what we got, guys. The crossbow.
Yes! Finally! 2 hours later, we finally have our first cross-spawn match of the map with Least in the top left and Type 100 in the bottom right.
So
Will we see a
Type
Nexus
100
first?
is the color picker, I guess. Then green again.
Yes. Yes, he seems to like green. Yes, it's a very
That's a nice color.
astute observation there. My favorite color with Protoss lately has been like the lime color. Lime looks pretty epic with the Protoss, actually, if I do say myself.
I think all the colors look pretty good with Protoss. I think Zerg is... It's more questionable, some of the colors.
Yeah, orange. I don't know, playing through the campaign so many times, how do you guys feel about orange Zerg?
Oh, that's actually my color pick.
Okay.
Except on desert maps, because the game won't allow you to pick orange on those maps.
Yes.
But I like the orange. I think the orange is a nice color. A nice little signature color.
I think if I had to pick a color for Zerg, it'd be purple. I don't know why. I don't think it's because of like Starcraft 2. I know Brood War purple Zerg was it for me.
It's a pretty nice color, I will say. So what do we have coming out of the Protoss player? I did not pay too much attention. Do we have? I can't see. Yeah, okay, just a forge again. So looks like it's going to be the same openings from the players. We have the overpull from the Zerg. Going to get our hatchery down on 11, looking very nice. And yeah, the players are just going to be warming up to each other here.
For BW, I'll stop doing 12 Nexus every PvT till it starts working. Look, man, that's my Bible. grimZ could attain to that is that Nexus Burp is just my go-to build, and that's because it's so strong. Maybe too. So yes, if it works, don't stop doing it. Mini's shown us it's possible. I'll keep doing it. Forge and a cannon and no gateway just yet.
We don't have to mention the win-loss ratio, however, in our PBTs when you do go 12 Nexus.
Well, it's like after playing you for so many years, I guess it's like flipping a coin. Is he going to assume I did a 12 Nexus, and is he going to do a Marine tank push? It's just, you know, part of the game.
It's even deeper than that. It's like, do you think I'm going to open gas against you, or do you think I'm going to be a little bit greedy? Because I kind of have to decide beforehand if I get this gas, that gives me the opportunity to punish it. But if I don't get a gas, I'm screwed.
It is true. It is true. I like Type 100s. Just sticking to it here. We got the third hatch coming up. Ling's out on the map. Has he scouted the top left yet? No, this is the scouting overlord, so this is going to be his first notice. But he's probably assumed that it's retro and that the rush distance, as you could say, is just so huge anyway on retro that Protoss would, of course, go for a fast expansion build. It's a pretty safe assumption for this map.
Yeah, that's right.
The drone was
always
actually in there
annoying.
earlier, so he's seen it.
Oh yeah. Oh, he was. Oh, so he did actually say. Okay, cool. Alright, so it's not the first time he's seen it. Unless he names beast here and then add that like underneath the mineral patch in the middle there at the 6 o'clock position. That's where he builds his 2 gateways, and then just 2 gates you on this map.
Bloody hell. I would not want to be fighting that.
No. Oh, Stargate. Oh, yes. Stargate. Happy to see Stargate. More Lings on the board here. Lairs coming up pretty fast. Did anyone see a Hydrodan?
No.
No.
No Hydrodan as of yet. Okay. Alright. So no busts this game, so we should see a macro game.
Well, yeah, we'll see what happens. It's pretty much the same build out of least here, so he's not entirely sure what's going on, but I think probably feeling a little bit more confident and comfortable since the spawns are cross position. He still has the probe alive here, so
Yeah,
he's
it's
getting
gonna
some
fall
good
soon.
info.
We do have speed now.
Yeah, it's done a lot of great work there. AI rights to probes. Just trying to contribute to some of the woke garbage that exists in the world these days. What's going on here with this push across the map? We're just getting the map control, I guess.
Yeah, you just don't want to like let a couple zealots get by your vision here and start wreaking havoc on a third without your knowledge. Can be pretty devastating. And
So,
yeah, just normal Zerg things going on at the minute, macroing up.
it's a very, very huge supply block though for least right now. Now there's pilots starting to come through. We had like 400 minerals banked to the supply block. First Corsair is moving out across the map. It's missed the first Overlord. No worries, you can find it later. That's an Evo chamber at the third. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, this is pretty normal stuff for Zerg. Just like macro game Zerg stuff. You want to get that. You want to get your. It looks like Muta Scourge, so you get the Hydra Den and the Evo chamber and start getting some Scourge out to try and deal with this this first Corsair here. And yeah, we'll see the Scourge try and chase the Corsair away.
That's perfect. Yes, we've got a bit of time to kill here, but this game slowly unpacks itself. Looking forward to how many more games have we got? How many more players?
That'd be a Dada question, if he's there.
Yes, I think he is. Might be checking. Oh, okay. So we are seeing Templar tech here. Very, very standard play. Nothing out of control. 7 minutes in the map here. Protoss supply is up there. Lots of zealots here. 2 Corsairs, 2 cannons. Looks like a weapon upgrade. going on in the forge there, which is good.
Yeah, this is this style of Zerg is the exact style that I want to try and nail down and get good at, because yeah, it's a very nice style. Like you get the Muta tech and you get the Hydra tech, and you scout with the Scourge, so you see exactly what's going on, and yeah, it's just a nice opening, really. And you can also force Protoss to make a couple of cannons if you do decide to make those 5 mutas. Yeah, I just like the style. It's cool.
He is opting to move out across the map here. If anything, it's going to force Type 100 to actually make some units, which is always a good thing. It looks like the legs just cooked in here. Is he going to go up? No, he's not. He's decided that is a bad idea. Well done, sir. I agree with your statement here. You probably need to run a little further away, though.
Yes, well, they've strapped the boots on, so they're running as fast as possible back to the main base here. We're going to try and get a couple Hydras, cut them off here. Does manage to sandwich one, so well done to Type 100 here as the push comes across, at least making a ton more cannons to try and hold on before Storm comes.
Hopefully it's not too far away. We already have 2 Templar ready to go. We have a supply block. Well done to Least to get that supply block against Type 100 now. Very critical moment to give him a supply block. Trying over here, and I think he has seen the Templars there and is just opting to camp rather than make an issue of anything. Up to 3 Corsairs. Very nice. 42 probes. Very nice count here. Going on the 9-minute mark. There's a random drone in the maze there. It thinks it's a Hydra. It is incorrect.
Yeah, could be an incorrect rally. Just something that was keyed with the base. So it looks like he's realised now he's going to send that back. So I think, what do you think of the position of this game? I kind of like Zerg's position because he knows exactly what's going on. He's got units in all the expansion positions. What do you think?
I think the Corsair count from Protoss is decent. I think it needs to keep building it. He needs to keep a close eye on what Zerg is doing because, yes, as you said, he's in a very, very good position here. That third is unbreakable. He's got a very big Hydra count, and it's just actually a little bit concerned for the Protoss. I don't feel like he's being as aggressive as he should be. Like, he's got Zealot legs now. He should be at least moving out across the map, just threatening positions. He doesn't have to engage anything, but he should be at least moving around the map, making Zerg move around the map, not giving Zerg so much time to sit back and macro up, as we could say. Just being aware of the time, though, I think he also needs to start thinking about taking a third. Since this game is a little bit slow, I think he can afford to do it. But yeah, definitely right now, I still think I'm in Zerg's corner, just from the lack of aggression I'm seeing here. Very good scout in the bottom left corner here, just to make sure there isn't another 4th base. Is he going to kill these drone, though? Which is probably the most important part of this scout here. Yes, he is. Good. Very good. Yeah, lurkers are in that. That base is not going anywhere. It is now invincible. This game will continue.
Yeah, it looks like Zerg has completely opted for just pure defensive play here with those lurkers to go and counter this just mass zealot force that's roaming around the map at the moment, at least trying to find any potential extra bases here. And we do now see 3rd base. Oh no, sorry, my mistake. I saw a clump of air units and thought they were a 3rd base.
Hang on a second. We have triple forge.
This is interesting.
That is very interesting. That's the first time I'm seeing triple forge for a long time. Double forge, yes. Triple forge. I guess we've agreed to not attack each other until the 20-minute mark.
Yeah, at least kind of floating a little bit of money here as we continue into the game, deciding to kill a lot of the front base structures here, as maybe some of the structures were killing some of the pathing of the army there, for least.
Oh, absolutely. Those goons were not going anywhere without without getting minutes on those buildings. That's clear now, thankfully, but this is the perfect time for that zealot force to be continuing to roam the map here. So I don't know what the plan is. He wants to take his bird.
We've gone a bit robot there. If you want to try and fix that, I'll take over for a little bit here.
We just
We've got
finished the operation to put the Mandalorian inside of a Dragoon body. That's how it works, right? It's like the zealot dies, and then they put his mind like inside of a robot, and that's like the Dragoon, right?
Yeah, sounds like it.
Oh, nice snipe there.
Yeah, good snipe.
You guys hear me?
Yes.
Yep, you're back.
Alright, I'm going to try without VPN for a little bit and see how that goes.
I think it'll be much better. So Zerg trying to set up this fourth base here. It looks like the lurker spread is pretty good. Might be a little bit difficult for Protoss to try and push up into. I think Protoss could actually do it. The army size is big enough and there's not too many supporting Hydras, but it looks like Beast is deciding to push just south of the central position here. Zerg firing on all cylinders here. We've got the Defiler tech up, all the Evo chambers pumping. I think Least is now actually taking a third base at that third base position. Yep.
It is a little bit late. I don't think he should try and make any.
Oh, Goon upload completed. He had to disappear. Protoss will in fact try and push up to this position here, but actually the lurker count is just insane. My god, it's shredding these units. The Zerg army is going to try and flank the army from behind here, and yeah, does manage to pick off quite a few units as Least retreats from the position. Yeah,
Somehow the only thing that
numbers.
survives there is the observer.
Yeah, and I was sure that was going to die before anything else. Hey, he's back. Upload complete into the Dragoon. Or maybe not. Maybe not there.
No, he keeps cutting in and out.
Yeah. Like you said, the Great Wall of China is stopping him from doing what he loves.
It's like switching between different VPNs, trying to figure out which country gives the best connection, I guess.
Were you guys saying that you're going to put me in a Dragoon?
Yeah, well, that's what's happening. It's not our intention, but that's what it sounds like.
Yeah. Okay, I do have my. Anytime you hear the robot voice, just let me know and I'll.
Yes.
Don't be shy. Just cut over me.
It sounds okay now.
Yeah. Like I said, maybe some of this should be done from the same country instead of 3 continents. This push, though, I'm not sure this is a good idea for the Protoss.
Well, it's Zealots are getting absolutely slaughtered back down there. Half decent storm, but yeah, he will break this, but to what end? There is nothing.
There's no base there. I think he assumes there's a base there because there's lurkers all around, but there's actually nothing here.
Yeah, it's going to be a very rude awakening to find nothing here. And now the Zerg army is just reinforced and going to crush that army down the bottom there.
Yeah, I think that's what I was saying before I turned on my path to become a Dragoon. He probably should have just attacked the natural. I think anytime an upper position has been taken on this map, you should just attack the natural. It's the only low ground. It's only got a little choke point. You can storm it. Trying to get up any of these ramps on retro is just a bad idea.
Well, I'm enjoying Zerg's position more and more because we've got the Ultralisk cabin coming along. We're still fighting over this bottom left position here. Obviously, Lee seems to think having control of this bottom left position is the go. We do have a couple of Lings just chilling there, and yeah, it looks like he's going to move on to bigger and better things, but I think, can we get one?
Oh,
It dies before it can get cast.
a full energy defiler gone.
It's a little bit expensive, but I would not say that Type 100 is completely dead from that. Protoss is basically mined out of 2 bases and is 1 basing his way through the game at the minute. Type 1's economy is just booming right now compared to the
Yeah.
Protoss.
Yeah, he needs to. It's just too late. You really need to have that third base up and running by the 11-minute, 12-minute mark. Otherwise, this is exactly what happens. You just mine out, especially on retro. You just run out of minerals.
He will still be fighting with quite a large zealot force here. Only a few dragoons and a couple of Templar in the back. So, oh my god, there's urban count, but pretty
It's quite large.
I feel like, yeah, even just looking at the supplies, it's only a matter of time before I think Beast kind of runs out of gas on the Vermin front here.
They're not very well aimed at or not getting maximum efficiency there. Yep, I mean, those are definitely cracklings.
Oh yeah.
More defilers, more units coming down here for relief, but is it going to be enough? Trying to push up a rep that has about 500 lurkers at the top of it, it's not going to be a good idea.
Well, we do have another attack breaking into another main base here, which he will actually manage to do. If he can hold the ramp, I think he'll get the cancel in the space pretty easily.
He needs to get the cancel, he needs to take it as soon as possible, but the economy for Type 100 right now is just off the chart.
Yeah, the supplies kind of tell the whole story at this point, really. There's another bruised Protoss army trying to make something happen here. Still holding the ramp, thankfully for him, so the trades will be in his favor, but yeah, just getting plagued is, yeah, it's no good.
Well, that was an alright storm, but I don't think Type 100 really cares at this point. I think he's happy to trade out an army and build another one.
Nah, 100%. Yeah, we're starting. Oh my god. Mass Ultra starting to come out here. We're seeing the beginning of the end for this game as the Ultra start to stream towards the remaining scraps of his army here.
Yep, the beginning of the Starcraft 2 Legacy of the Void video starts now, right now.
Oh yes. Except it's 4 Ultras versus an Archon, which
Yeah.
would have been a bit of a different cinematic, I think.
Yeah, I think Type 100 is kind of, I think he knows the position he's in. I think he's playing with his food a little bit. Could probably just go and end the game now, but electing to, I don't know, to practice his macro, I guess. I'm not sure what his overall plan is here, but definitely running out of money here for Protoss.
Yeah, look, I don't know if he's necessarily playing with his food, but I think he's just thinking absolutely sure that he secures the win by just holding on to that top right base, maybe even expanding again. But yeah, I mean, when you're almost double supply up, you do start to wonder these questions, don't you?
When you get one in front, get more in front. That is the wisdom imparted onto us by our betters. They have a robo and a secondary robo now, because you already had one, right? I wonder what the thought process is behind that, outside of maybe having some defensive reavers being able to be built straight at the third.
Slow push, Reaver, A move, win game.
Hey, back when a certain person called Rain was actually good at the game, that was actually the answer to a lot of questions for PvZ, to be honest.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see that happen again.
Okay, well, I don't think you want to leave. You need that fourth base. I don't think you want to leave it without defenses, however. I think if you want to have any kind of survivability in this game, you need to make sure that fourth base does in fact go up. Zealots and Archons against Ultras and Hydras and effectively Lurkers. Who is the winner?
This looks like one of your Starcraft 2 games, honestly. The unit composition.
There is a reason I do not play that game anymore.
Because it stopped working, did it?
Yeah.
I like the maneuver here, getting the Reaver to sort of start chipping away at the Lurker defensive matrix here. This is pretty cool. However, you cannot go past the fact that there is 200 supply worth of army just sort of on the map.
Was that like 3? That was 3 Ultraless kits to just delete that Reaver. It was like nothing. It was very fast.
A whole bunch of nothing.
Very good storm here. Got the Archon from the front line here. The weapon tech is good thanks to those double forges. I wonder if the shield tech is probably at least level 1. Yes, it is. But I think still just forestalling the inevitable here. We're not seeing any higher level of tank like Dark Archons or Arbiters to try and cut or split this army that Type 100 has at all. We're still on gateway tech. And I just think for any kind of longevity, he really needs to add a new unit into his unit comp. Like the Reaver is good, but you see how easily they just get deleted from the field if not managed properly.
Well, I think it's a very difficult position to be playing in from the start because, yeah, the economy is just trickling in for least at this point, and yeah, Zerg's sitting on 200 basically. I'm kind of surprised we're not lifting every single lurker at every single base and just moving, but this is the position we're in here. Archon's fighting a small army and trading pretty decently.
Yeah, I think Type 100's got to know that all the manufacturing is happening from the main base. The main base push here, regardless of how much money behind it, it would effectively end this game. More clouds. Oh, there's offensive drones now. I guess we don't need these drones. Oh no, he is trying to send them to another base. Okay, lucky. I was like, wow, he just decided he doesn't need that many drones. Sorry, I'm not a Zerg player. I'll say that right now. More lurkers here. The 25 minutes into the game. I don't know. At what point does Type 100 just go Guardians and try and finish the game?
I'm fairly certain if all 200 parts of the army went to go do something, the game potentially would be over by this point. But he's decided that the best way to win is to never attack and just try and make the Protoss come and attack him. Mine out the entire map. I mean, to be fair to Type 100, I think it's a guaranteed win doing this path, but it's definitely the longest path to victory, shall we say. It's at least the if you did attack 200 up a ramp, I'm sure you would win, but it would be a really bad trade, and I don't know, maybe they're just... I mean, I gotta shut up because this
might be here, yeah. With three Hydra support, all those Archons just got deleted.
Yeah. That was a cool fight, despite being, basically pure Ultra versus pure Archon.
There's just not a lot going on here. That is not even enough gateways. That is definitely nowhere near the right amount of gateways.
You can't afford it, man. It's just not in an economic position to afford it. I do like this. This is the unbreakable bullshit that Protoss does.
Absolutely. I don't know. Dada, Type 100 is trying to cut this map in half, although in 3/4, I should say.
Yeah.
But yeah, is this a drop? Please tell me it's a drop.
We do have a drop. Something is going to finally. This
we
should
have figured it out.
the game, basically.
No cannon in the main. Well, there's one cannon, excuse me. I'm opening my mouth before I actually see anything. Huge ultra push at the front door. Just a little bit inside the main there to distract Protoss. A couple of Reavers there trying to hold the door. More storm coming out here. Ultras don't really seem to care about the
We're finally moving 200 across the map.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go. This should be GG very shortly.
Look, when you've almost got as many Ultralisks as Zerglings, you know you're in a pretty good spot.
Not sure what Least is doing here. The game is absolutely ended. Yet we are stubbornly trying to fulfill the entire video scene from Legacy of the Void.
I think he's just recreating the Zerg invasion, the last mission of the campaign, where Zerg just runs the Protoss and plants the Overmind.
Yes, yeah, that's definitely what we're seeing here. We're about to lose all production and just have two bases here. I don't know. Maybe there might be a little bit of history between these two players, and that's where we're getting this kind of behavior. But I think, yeah, not sure why we're still in this game.
Maybe we just want to see everything die.
Let's see the mass genocide of probes. There it is. Finally, GG. 29 minutes later. Well done.
Crazy.
Well done, Toto.
Went for the long but guaranteed win.
Yeah, absolutely. You know you're gonna win the game. Yeah, it's annoying. It's annoying to watch it as a caster, but as for him, like, he needs to win the match, right? And that's what he did. So.
Yeah. You did the right thing.
Hyper Sub Dada. Who are we watching next?
That means we have one more series after this.
Sweet.
Our 5th series is going to be a CVT. Hold on, let me get it set up. This is going to be Vermin versus Vahens. This is going to be the last set.
Okay, alright.
Crossboard. I think he's crossed the crossboard.
Hold on, let me get the scoreboard set up.
It's a what? 1 in 3 chance of being crossed. That's probably not the right one. If it's not, someone will correct me instantly.
So we have Vahens in the top right here. It's kind of like a Nordic kind of name. I'm sure I'll be corrected by someone in Europe. And Vermin, the bottom right here, aptly named for his race of choice. Looking... Yeah, well, Zerg versus Terran. Why not? Finish it off as Zerg versus Terran. What are we going to see? Let's throw it out there.
You want to throw predictions already, dude?
Let's throw predictions. Yeah, I want to see a supply depot, barracks, bunker, CC into mass battle cruisers from.
Mass battle cruisers would be fun. If only we could get to that point, but it would probably take an hour to get there. I'm hoping, yeah. Well, I would love to see an early pull from a Zerg just once in this matchup. Try and do something a little tricky. I doubt we'll see it, but just a boy can dream, you know?
Yeah, we can dream. This is Type 0 play. Anything could happen. Down here. Oh, it's going to be hatch first.
Yep. Just a very standard 12 hatch here, which is going to be nice for the Zerg anyway. It's going to be a nice position to be in. Terran clearly not intending on doing anything too cheesy early on here. So it looks like they'll just go into a normal expand unless they take this gas. But I think the time for gas has passed.
There's still no pull. Okay, all right. I was like, what? Going to see a double expand from the Zerg. Like, yes, please, something new. Thank you. So it is gasless though. Still gasless in Vahens main. Just looking at the minimap here, so I'm guessing we're going to see a command center quite shortly.
Yeah, it's usually just a question of how many supply depots do you make until you make that CC. And generally speaking, you know, if you're being safe, you're trying to line that up with your scouts. So if you do manage to scout Zerg early on, you can be in a nice position where you can cut making the second depot and cut making Marines and just go for that early CC. But as you can see, because Zerg wasn't scouted too early, we've gone for a safer expand here at the natural.
I think that was a double scout. So I see like looks like an SCV moving in the center of the map there, and he just realized he hadn't seen anything yet, and he sent another SCV to the bottom right there. So I guess it's worth it to see what you're going to see, to what you're going to run into. But then again, that's one less worker in the main that very early in the game. And look at this, 2 Marines wanting to barbecue an Overlord, I'm guessing.
Yep. This is going to be a great maneuver for the Terran. It looks like the Overlord is actually well positioned. Nice stopping the movement on the Overlord there, so he's not going to catch it. And yeah, the 2 SCV Scout is just sort of it's a necessary evil unless you want to sort of coin flip against a super early pool that's going to kill you if you've got your Marines in the wrong position. So, yeah.
Engineering Bay before Academy, what is that about?
Yes. Okay. This is my style of Terran. This is what I love to play. Assuming he goes down the same path that I usually do, this is going to be 5 racks, mass upgrade, mass bio Terran. So the meta game right now is all about just going 2 racks, fast Academy, grabbing stim as fast as possible, and just trying to shoot Zerg in the face as quickly as you can. You know, 4 sunken super early. This is a much older style, and it's I believe this is the SK Terran style, where they go mass racks, mass bio, try and grab as much map control as possible, and then we tech into the mass science vessels later on.
Yeah, I think
So,
he's
yeah.
probably going to go up to 4 racks. We'll see how he wants to play it, but this is a 2-hatch play, so I don't think he's going to go all the way up to 5 racks just yet. Maybe he will in a little bit.
I want to see it. It's my favorite style of Terran, and because the meta has shifted away from it, I find that well, at least with the Zergs that I face, I'm not exactly a professional Terran, but it does seem to catch them off a little bit.
I'm liking this third in the other natural, the one left there. Sorry, the other main. I do like this idea.
Yeah, so, you know, as Zerg, you want to try and keep that third as far away from the Terran as possible, especially if you're just doing like a fairly standard meter play. You want Terran to, just to have a tough time to, you know, make a decision. Am I going to go to your natural, or am I going to go straight across the map to your expansion? And, you know, if it's straight across the map to the expansion, you're going to try and reduce that Marine count with mutas, and just try and hold on as long as possible with your muta flock until you tech up and saturate that base. But we'll see.
Speaking of the muta flock,
Usually, if you're doing this sort of more mass rack style, this is probably not perfect information, but you're kind of trying to stay at home a little bit longer before moving out, because obviously you want to hit a timing with your +1 and your stim and your range upgrades. But sometimes if Zerg isn't on point with the scouting and the positioning of the lings, sometimes you can just sneak an entire control group out and go to the natural. But Yeah, it looks like Terran's just going to play defensively here against the mutas, which is also completely fine. And is more
Much more. I'm not quite enjoying how late these turrets are in the natural there. I think that's a couple of SCVs that could have kept on living for a little bit longer, but he seems to have handled it properly and built them in response. There are only 5 meters left. With a lot of, I'm not what's going on with this rally here. A lot of overlords heading towards the base.
Yeah.
Fix that rally sometime soon. I wonder if they just rally them 2 units already out on the field. I guess that must be what they do.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes if you're confident with your meter control and like continually putting on the pressure, you can just set the main hatch and the natural hatch to a point near the Terran's base for reinforcements, and then you just only make drones at the third hatch.
It's still worth it to control group your missile turrets, because I heard some pros used to do that way back, but I don't know if they do that.
Oh, but for what purpose?
They help smite the mutas that might be like dead, like going down earlier.
You know what? I've not even heard of that being a thing, so you might be more informed than I am on this situation here.
Yeah, I'm not sure it's concurrently like a great idea in all cases, but I have heard that it used to happen just to help like sniping, because you'd be able to tell like you can click on a muta and quickly control group a turret which does more damage than Marines.
Yeah.
And then try and kill, like pick that one muta off just to try and be more efficient. But I don't think they do it anymore. I think they just try and focus on having as many Marines as possible. This Marine club is just not big enough to be able to map. Whereas the rest of it, then oh wow, 3 Marines just end their lives, 4 Marines just end their lives, another 5 Marines. This Marine club is just, no, it is not a good time. Please go home. Medic dies in vain. We need more barracks. Those are lurkers.
Yeah, we've got the lurkers out now. So the time for any type of Marine push is kind of timing out here, as Zerg has saturated the third base, and Terran has no idea that it exists there. I'm surprised we haven't had a scan over there, but to be fair, the bio count has just been reduced ever so masterfully by Vermin, that he really can't get the map control that Terran desires with a big Rax player like this.
No, he's just not afraid of this clump of Marines at all. I wonder if it's time to put, like, I think, look, so we obviously double port here. Like, I was literally about to say, oh, he's got a side sensor. Okay, I would have said like armory at this point, just to try and get like a Valkyrie, just to help keep the muta count in check. Like, you don't need to go too hard into it, but if you're gonna build a starport with a control tower, you might as well, right? Just to help keep the mutas in check.
Yeah, it's an interesting decision and interesting sort of thought experiment there. With being so contained by these mutas, you know, do you wave the flag and go,
Hold position lurkers, hold position lurkers. Oh, he's trying to bait. He's trying so hard to bait the moment up there. I wonder if Vahens saw the lurkers burrow there or not.
I reckon you could hold position the mutas just above there and pretend he's forgotten them and try and get old mate the stim in, but maybe he just values having the control of these mutas too much. The Bioforce is starting to look a bit more healthy here, so I wonder if he will brave it. Oh my god. Okay, that was actually a bit of a flub from the Zerg there.
Oh, but still, like, this Bioforce just cannot leave. Absolutely cannot leave.
Yeah. The lurkers could have done way more damage if he had just waited a little longer, but yeah, it's okay. We've got the contain here. I think honestly Zerg has been completely dominating the game.
Yeah, I really like Zerg's position so far, even on 3 bases. It's just dominant is literally the dictionary definition of what this game is happening. We've already got Hive, we've already got Defiler Mount. I would like to see a higher worker count probably another base. I think we're floating way too many minerals here. Yeah, like microing all this sort of stuff and making sure you get your whole position lurkers is important, but at the same time, you're 1,300 minerals up, dude. I think it's time to do something with that bank.
Yeah, the advantage would be much larger if that bank was turned into army, but still, he's got the contain. I do kind of like this maneuver by Terran, trying to take a real sneaky third base, but geez, once these defilers pop, it's going to be a tough time. He's going to try and break out right now. Okay, one lurker goes down. The Marines are suffering against this lurker force. He's still trying, but decides to pull back into the bunkers. It's just
no tanks, no nothing. Zerg has realized he doesn't have enough production control. Has dropped a couple of more hatcheries in his main. But that was also a scouting factory. I don't know if that is intentional, but that is a factory making its way to the top left corner over there. Here we go. Oh yeah, there it is. GG instantly. Yes. GG. Yeah. The old cloud of impenetrability.
Yeah, I feel like Vahens didn't really get to show the full potential of what they wanted to bring to that game, but the Zerg just very masterfully controlled it with the mutas and, yeah, managed to prevent the Terran from getting any map control the whole game.
No, it's very well done by the Terran, especially the attempt at pole position lurkers. I know it's a thing, but in these kind of competitions, you don't really see it as much. No one really thinks hold position lurkers. So here we go. Back again, identical positions on retro, top right, yeah. And bottom right, we have Vermin.
Now, from Vermin, I would love. Sorry, not love. I think Vermin doesn't really need to do anything special. If they just play exactly the same way they did before, they're gonna get the W. It's Vahens I want to try and keep an eye on and see can they step it up in this second game in the series.
Yeah, it definitely need to see some kind of I don't know, need to see a tighter build order and need to see a little bit more aggressiveness. So they're just too slow to get on the map with those Marines and just got punished for it and just unable to leave his base. I think floating the factory. That's what I think a couple of tanks even might have just given him that ability to keep the lurkers at bay, keep them at range, and allow him to regain a little bit of map control. But he opted to scout with the factory, I guess. So I don't know. I'm not a Terran player. I'm just going to say that.
In my opinion, I would have said that Terran would have been okay, but I think he was a little bit too eager to push out with only a handful of Marines, and the Muta Micro was just too good in the ability to reduce that Marine count. I would have loved to have gained way more bio forces before pushing out against such good micro control from the third player. If he can prevent his bio force from being cut in half like every 5 minutes, I think he might have a chance.
By the way, we have an overpool coming up here for the first time.
Oh wow.
So obviously Vermin, a little bit worried about being BBS here. Oh, and we got the engineering baby. This is nice. I've taken the natural at the third here. So already we're getting a slightly more interesting game.
Absolutely, yeah. I just think that's a very there's no gas yet. So I wonder if he's going for it. He's gonna put that there. He'll leave it there. Here we got the leagues coming on the map here. Another 4 leagues should be enough, but they're going to be hammering away on that engineering bay for quite a while.
Yeah, the engineering bay has kind of done its job at this point. Throwing off the putting the second hatch down at the third location. It almost looks like Zerg is trying to. I don't know if he's trying to feign putting this hatchery down, or if he actually wants to put the hatchery down because he's got the money for it. Really. I think he might do it.
I think he does, yeah.
There you go. Okay, so this is going to be very interesting. Usually, you know, if you're doing this muted play, you know, obviously you want to try and put that clear across the map. But, yeah, I'm just curious to see if he's still going to open up muters with the positioning of these hatcheries, or does he go, you know what, it's a bit precarious, the positioning of the hatcheries, I don't have time to reduce the marine count before it hits both my natural and the third, maybe we go early levels. We'll have to see what the plan is.
That's a stupidly high ling count. It's at 8 lings already. Not sure there's a bit of a wall there for Terran, but oh, there's a bunker there. Okay, that's enough. You could try and run past if you got speed. I don't think he has speed just yet, but look at all these lings. There are more lings just streaming up towards there. There's a big group of lings here. I wonder if Vermin just wants to try and make this game a little bit faster. Maybe just wants to just 3-hatch ling and just overpower him.
This is interesting. Yeah, maybe just thrown off so much that it's deciding, you know what, if I make enough lings, I can end the game now. And it's deceptive. When you're playing from the Terran side, you know, you've got the bunker up and everything. There's oftentimes where you think, oh yeah, I'm completely safe here, and then suddenly 12 speedlings run in and kill all your marines, kill the bunker, and suddenly the game's over. And so, yeah.
Got no lair. Unless the lair is at that third. We're 4
he's got
minutes in
no
the game now
drones.
with no lair.
Forget about the lair, he's got 9 drones.
Oh yeah, 9. Yeah, 9.
Here we go.
Okay, so this is... Oh man, this is not being executed properly at all. If we can keep this bunker alive though, no, so that wasn't executed properly either. So not really a good engage from either side here, but it looks like unless these SCVs manage to pop this ramp and these 2 hero marines kill off all these zerglings, I think this game is still going to end.
He does at least manage to get the SCVs in front of the Marines. It was looking a little bit sus there for a second. 12 drones to 20 SCVs here. If Terran, oh my god, why did he go down the ramp? I would never have gone down the ramp.
Running out of SCVs, running out of roadblocks. There's even more drones coming up. Wow. Yeah, you go home and remake all those SCVs at home, sir.
That was almost a completely game-ending fatal mistake there going down that ramp, and it still could end. Oh my god,
Oh, not watching.
On the ramp. Just got Marines here, but it looks like...
Oh, you got an SCV.
Oh, you got a
SCV's
drone.
down there trying to be here. Wow.
He's trying to drone out of it.
So there is a lair. He's gonna get his second kill. No. That is
This game might actually just normalize.
It very well may. Like, he still has that CC, which enables him to rebuild all the SCVs he lost. But Zerg, as you said, was also super down on drones as well to pull that off.
Well, now Zerg actually has more drones than Terran has SCVs.
Yeah. A hard position to call, because Terran has got like 3 racks that he could try and just push across the map with. Maybe even just like make some sunken at the natural and then just maneuver to the third, but yeah, I would say Zerg is ahead right now until Terran can try and make something happen with this Bioforce.
I'm not sure he's going to be able to. Those sunkens are almost finished. I think he's going to see this and just going to have to go home, unless he can move across to the third and hope that there's no sunkens at the third. But he's stimmed up already. These sunkens are finishing now. Oh, no, I think this is a bad idea to commit to this.
Well,
I don't think he...
I actually think he's got this. He's gonna bust a natural. I think this is just ending the game because the mutas aren't gonna be out yet. Fire's not even done yet.
Be a little faith.
He's gonna kill every single drone here.
If he kills all these drones, wow.
Yeah, this is it.
Look at that. 2 sunkens and just not enough. Kill the spawning pool and that is it. Kill the spawning pool and he is GG. Absolutely.
Wow.
Hero 5 out here.
Play this piece with yeah.
I'll buy it,
The
absolutely.
Spire is up, so he will be able to hatch some mutas, but I don't think it's gonna be enough. Yeah, don't go up there.
No,
There's no need to go bust the third, just bust the main, get the lair. this fire bat's gonna be
Hero
positioned
fire bat.
perfectly. We didn't get all the links, but we got a pretty good trade there. There's 3 medics here, so this is gonna be really tough to clear actually.
Yeah. The Mura expert. Meanwhile, back at home, is Vahens being as proactive at home, though, is the next question, because the counter attack can also wipe him out if he's not careful.
Yeah. Thanks.
GG.
Everything was on.
GG.
Wow.
Well taken.
I was not expecting that at all. I saw those 2 Sunkens, I'm like, I don't think so. But he just had no links. I was just assuming there'd be some links coming down from the third to help out. There was nothing there.
Yeah, trying to walk the tightrope between, you know, gaining that economic advantage and not dying to a Sting Bio push. But there you have it. Well done.
On PVC, on Invader, will we just see an amazing link push?
Let's see. Let's see.
Yeah,
9
that
pool.
makes this the last game of the cast.
See it. See what they're up to do. It should be cheese from both sides due to the desperation, would be my guess.
Maybe. I think Terran is cheering that he managed to, you know, nearly lose the game with 3 SCVs on the ramp and then just A move for the win. Oh. Okay, no, he's making more drones. I was excited for a second.
I honestly thought he was going to hold that first push, but then he just didn't have enough Marines in the bunker itself. If he had to put more Marines in that bunker and then been repairing the bunker, I think he would have held the push initially. But anyway, yeah, the game ended as it did. It's just interesting how, I guess.
Yeah, it's hard to call. Like, you almost have to have the SCVs like in position around the bunker before it comes. Otherwise, if you're pulling them as the bunker's getting surrounded, you basically have no chance. But yeah, well done to Vahens for pulling that one out.
It's brute war, you know, 1 + 1 does not equal 2.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Are we going to see Gastless again?
I think so. I think Vahens has been comfortable with the gasless opening that he's just going to continue using it into the final series that's set here. It's also nice though for him because he can get the scout off to exactly where it's supposed to go, and you know, he can cut those supply depots if he wants, but you know, Vermin is going for the overpull just to be a little bit safer. So we'll just have to see if Vahens is comfortable to expand off of 1 supply depot, or if he's going to go 2 supply depot and make Marines and expand.
I'm just going to get this kill on this drone.
He's
He's
trying.
going to go put the engineering bay back in the natural. Probably a good idea. No, he wants to get the drone kill. Oh,
Now this is actually bad because now he won't be able to keep the CV alive for very long.
goes down the third. And then what is happening back home? I think like Vahens is getting a little too involved in all his SCV trickery here.
Well, I think there's a bunker. Yeah, a bunker going down at the natural here. So he obviously feels more comfortable making this bunker before the CC here. 4 lings coming across the map.
Is this bunker going to stop 4 lings? The question. Or do the 4 lings just go straight past? Well, I guess now I've got a question. They got distracted.
Yeah, you know, he might be body blocking with these. It's interesting though. I don't know why he stopped making the CC there. That might have been a slight mistake, but he's got another SUV coming past, so he will be able to see that the natural was taken, and he'll be able to see that Zerg is, doing what he was doing before, rushing that there.
Maybe he saw the lings coming up with his FPV and then cancelled everything. Like, or stopped everything to try and like make a wall. but then realized it wasn't as dangerous as it looked.
I agree with that, actually. He was too shell-shocked from the previous game, breaking into the macro there.
As someone who has had numerous walls and a Protoss player thinking it's tight, Zerglings just walk through it. I can completely understand the effect of thinking you're safe and then having Zerglings run right past you.
It's an awful feeling when it happens.
It is. It is. It's terrible.
The SUV has done pretty well to continue to get in this base here. I don't think he's seen that Spire go down, so at the very least he sees Lair and a second gas, so it's not too in the dark about it.
No,
That's
not
good.
at all.
Standard stuff from Zerg, just trying to find that third base location. Terran does have the natural up, which is a good position to be in. Oh yeah, getting the barracks count up to 3 here. Got our academy started, so obviously we're going to get some early stim. There it is, and third base goes down for the Zerg.
What a place. I don't know if I agree with this. I think on this map, because both avenues, like the third base position, actually if the Terran doesn't come down from the 12 o'clock side, he has to come down through like the left-hand avenue there. So I think actually it would be better for him to put the third in the proper third location rather than all the way down the bottom left.
Well,
Just because of the dynamic of this map.
It's not a bad
It's tough.
location. You do have that high ground. You can sunk it up. It's really hard to bust.
Oh, absolutely. But I mean, like if you look at the entrance here on this map, just on Invader, if you can hold the northbound approach, then it's also very easy for you to send your army just down the ramp to hold third base. That's all. Just on this map, not on any other map. Just this map, I think. If you were Zerg and you put the third in the third location, I think it'd be fine. Oh my god, these run by.
I'd say if he wasn't doing this muter style, I would agree. But because he's doing this muter style, I think you do need that kind of space between the and the main. We do have a huge attack coming out from the Terran here. No sunkens at all. Only 4 muters. This is an insane attack coming out by the Terran. I feel like Zerg's almost dead.
He's very close to it. Wow, roasted drones.
Ridiculous damage coming out. Yes, we can mute it. We can mark on the muters all day, but the middle line has just been ransacked.
Yeah, ransacked. You always find the right word. Definitely ransacked. Absolutely been ransacked. Yeah, well, he's cleaning it up, but man, you got 11 drones now, and then when the follow-up push is going to be coming across the board anytime now. Well, that's not really a follow-up push, but it's at some point there will be a follow-up.
This is a trickle of piss, so he needs to really go back and reinstate the army here. But yeah, still okay. Nope, let's just sit right there. That's okay. He's gonna try and fight with these Spire Force here, and yeah, the muter count is actually not that high, so it's gonna be.
No, they're very toasty. They got lots of holes in them.
Yeah. Looking like Swiss cheese. Flying Swiss cheese up there. So Zerg is kind of in a little bit of a recovery position here. He obviously didn't want to lose all those drones at the natural. Terran kind of in the driver's seat. He's going to try and get as many turrets up as he can to defend against the muters, but honestly, I don't think he should be too worried. I think as soon as he gets coverage, I would just A-move again and yeah, just keep the Zerg on the back foot.
That push was absolutely devastating, and there's been no replacement sunkens either. There's been no oh, well, that ended badly. Maybe I should build a couple of sunkens to stop that from happening again. He's just in hurt mode trying to replace those drones as much as possible and try and, I guess, continue to make more muters. But with these turret placements here, I just feel like with that push, Vahens just had all the time in the world to make sure that these muters just do nothing.
Yeah, we kind of they're all for the picking right now. Like Terran just has more than enough bio to deal with them, and yeah, Zerg can't afford to be making any Duncans out of the little drones that he's got at the minute.
No.
The dance between the computers and the Marines here got. Yeah.
I'll give him that. He's got some really good muter control. He is getting a lot of value out of these muters, but it's just like, at what cost? That's a control group of muters, though. We have a control group of muters.
Yes, Terran definitely should not be trying to engage this group here. Just getting a little confident and kind of throwing away a little bit of the advantage there by losing that, but we've got a reinforcing force from the west side there. Again, interesting. I don't know. It's fighting with too few units at a time against, you know, a much larger muter force, and now I think the positioning, I just missed the scout there. I think Zerg has almost clawed his way back in, but maybe not with tech, but we'll have to see if he manages to get into lurkers fast enough before Terran can remass and push across the map.
Yeah, I think the game has unfortunately stabilized. I think that's what has happened. I think the what do you call it? The advantage of Vahens has disintegrated, and we're back into a standard game. As far as I can say, I don't think with such a high mutant count now, I don't think Vermin is really too concerned, especially with the amount of Marines that he knows that Vahens has right now.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate that the Marine comps were too small, and yeah, Zerg just kind of put himself back in the game here. And you can see that Vahens mentally has also decided that, yeah, okay, like, I'm on the back foot again, and now I'm going to need 3 bunkers just to potentially hold any lurkers coming.
Yeah, I'd really like to see a Valkyrie. I think it's just not, like, after so many years of not being able to use a Valkyrie, it's just still not a meta.
It's not comfortable inside.
Oh, excuse me.
Right? Like,
yeah, like
right.
You can use Valkyries again. Like you can use the rockets. That was the whole problem. Is you make Valkyries, but then if the unit count was too high, you couldn't actually fire rockets out of the Valkyrie. But you don't have that problem anymore. I really feel like, especially when you know it's playing neuter and you're going all this tech pass, like you're getting science vessels. Like it doesn't hurt you to have an armory and just push out a Valkyrie here or there. Like you just temper it. If you think he's still going heavy muter, make a few more Valkyries. If you think he's not going to heavy muter, just have one. One Valkyrie can still fly around the map and kill overlords. It's not, you know, it's not damaging your strategy by at least having the option.
I completely agree, actually. In fact, imagine the same position before, where, yeah, okay, maybe he throws away some of the bio, but now he's just got one Valkyrie shelling away at the muters. Now the muters are useless and he can just A-move across the map, and Lurker's only just coming out now. I think he would have been able to do it, but here we are in Science Vessel Land with a couple of tanks. Looks like they might get a bio tank push from the Terran.
It's a big moment now. He needs to push now before the pilots come out, otherwise this is completely useless.
Yeah, he's on a bit of a ticking time bomb here. The science vessel's moving forward, possibly posturing. We do have a nice healthy amount of lurkers, but the defilers are now on the way with...
It's too late. We'll see.
It's not too late. If he well, he's getting distracted by these muters too much, I think.
Well, still, at least he's managed to clean them up. There's only one muter left now. That's really nothing to be worried about. But he needs to just get across the map and get these tanks sieged and just do the damage he can do. I still always find it crazy that tanks without siege outrage a lurker. I always find that just absolutely amusing.
Yes, I don't understand this, and it's an insane stat. But it is the truth. So we are shelling away at the front here, consumed mere seconds away from finishing. He's got the 2 defilers ready. Yep, he's gonna hold. Boom.
Yeah, there it is. I feel like those science vessels, they had that critical moment there. They should have been trying to make sure there's no defilers there and just get an irradiate out to try and stop this. But at least he can sit here all day. Zerg still needs to come out and deal with it. Looks like he's going to try and do it now. The lurker spines are up there, can move back a little bit. There's not really enough here to try and stop those science vessels from doing anything. I wonder.
Yeah.
Oh, drop. Is that a drop?
Yeah, we got a drop. Oh, this is going to be awesome. But there are lurkers here.
This is gonna be awesome, you say. There were only 4 units in there, I think.
Awesomely bloody.
Come on, I gotta hype him up. I didn't. Who thought he would have had 4 units in there?
Yeah, I probably could have had a bit more in that, but a good idea. Good idea, Vahens. Definitely agree with the thought process there. All these Scourge coming out now and trying to deal with this, these science vessels. I still feel like a Valkyrie would help here. Just that support unit, or all that bio just gets deleted.
That wasn't the intended action from the Darren there.
Just both players really failing to manage their resources here. Both of them floating so much. I'm really starting to wonder what's going on. How are we floating this many minerals at this point in the game? It's just need to push some of those buttons, guys.
Panic mode, that's what we're in. We're micro, trying to we're trying to win the game.
Oh,
Looks like
he tried again.
yeah, it's just flying away there. Flying away from one leader.
I wonder if you just try and do firebat drops. Is that what you just try and do?
Wouldn't be terrible. Yeah, you could at least be fighting some of that lurker with Dark Swarm underneath it.
Yeah, both of these banks here are just absolutely ridiculous. 15 minutes into the map, I know Vahens is making that third up in the top right. I don't know if I agree with it being like a Terra player being so far away from the rest of your base, but I guess that's a very brave joke. If it thinks it's going to base up there, that would be absolutely hilarious. And barely Vahens has managed to see it there. Yeah, I don't think that base will be there for very, very long.
No. We can see that insta-cancelled there because, yeah, there's never...
Well, this explosion of science vessels. Now we're talking, now we got something happening.
Yeah, we're trying to do some SK Terran here. Let's see if we can do it. I want to see some massive radiates start taking some stuff out, put some pressure on the Zerg, make him spend his money. 4 tanks here. This is pretty nice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, here we go there. Perfect. That's what we want to be doing. Keep those defiler counts down. Maybe even try and irradiate the mineral line if you can. You know, you got these big flying units that are just sitting there doing nothing. Getting rid of drones is the way to beat Zerg.
That's true. That's true.
Here we go. There we go. We're thinking about it. No.
Still, I think we're still targeting some of the lurkers there. To be fair, if he does break the lurker contain here, the lurker defense. Oh my god, the freaking blade.
Oh no, I think Vahens has completely underestimated how many lurkers were actually under that cloud. Just a little bit too keen there.
Very keen. And the lurkers, in fact, coming forward into the bio-army here, so we're going to have to unsiege and move back again. Do this little dance.
He's still like he's doing a great job. His supply level is much about 20 above Vermin, which is great. But oh my god, you see that count of hatcheries in the main there?
Yeah, I'm lucky. It's
five
five
hatcheries.
Oh my god, just so many drones meant to do stuff at home.
What's your lava key? Is it still S?
Yeah, it's still S.
Yeah, SD.
Yeah, literally SD. And I unbound Scourge from S to stop systemic Scourge.
Yeah, I think my Scourge is X now. Was that an irradiate finally in the natural?
That was an irradiate on a defiler that decided to walk right into the mineral line.
Oh,
the drones. That was interesting.
Whoops. Oh, battle cruisers, finally. My prayers have been answered.
Only off one starport there, so it's going to be a while before it's mass battle cruiser, but
Might be a while. Might be a while, but you know, Vermin's not doing any. I don't think this is a good idea. I don't agree with the single battle cruiser making its way down. There are the filers there. They could. What's that move now? Trying to speak English is difficult sometimes.
The other one?
Yeah, the one that like saps your health. What's that called?
Plague.
Yes, yeah, plagued battle cruiser. I don't know. I'm not sure I agree with single battle cruiser. I think maybe you gotta wait until you had about 4.
It would be alright, but it's also just attacking shit under a Dark Swarm right now. I mean, to be fair, lots going on. Nice irradiation.
There is.
There's a
Oh,
drop in... Okay, now we're starting to test the multitasking here. Oh, but the one lurker just sitting underneath the Hydra den.
It knows where to be. It has ESP.
He's trying multiple angles here, but yeah, Zerg is just too well defended. And why wouldn't we just go... Well, he's actually continuing to make battle cruises. Jesus.
Oh my
god.
God. Pushing the natural.
What the hell happened? It broke.
No defilers. No stim though. We need stim. There we go.
Oh my god.
Pushed.
Control of the lurkers not ideal. He's losing the lurkers. The Dark Swarm is decent. At least Lings underneath the Dark Swarm is going to help.
Get the drones. Try to get the drones.
And the lurkers do manage to make their way up the ramp under the Dark Storm, so that was pretty close there for a second, but does he have enough to defend after that? He's got mass Lings coming here.
The Marines are, sorry, the medics just having a party here, having a mother's meeting. There's no Marines to support them.
Yep, looks like
I just got uncontrolled battle cruisers being destroyed in the bottom left there. No priorities, but you know, I am happy to see battle cruisers. Let's say that. Very happy to see battle cruisers.
Okay, we've got the mass spawning of the filers here. It looks like we might be able to hold on for just a bit longer.
Lost a lot of science vessels though. The vulture spiderline trick is not a bad idea, but where did this army go? Vahens' army is just completely being depleted. What is going on?
Yeah. At least he's got the third base up and mining here. Both players are floating a decent amount, so I think they're being taxed a little bit with their mechanics, but got the fourth base coming down, a couple more battle cruisers coming. It's kind of a wild game. We've got a long macro TVZ.
Yeah, so it's still very back and forth here. Not paying attention to all these units under the Dark Swarm. One Zergling got 4 kills.
Jesus. At least we managed to defend that fourth from the incredibly menacing single Hydra. Got our 3 upgrades. No armor at this stage. 2 dropships. Can they do anything? There's heaps of lurkers and Lings. My bet is none.
I don't think we've learned our lesson somewhat from trying to attack this position. We do have scan, but we're not scanning to see if there's any lurkers in the exact same position. This is a great idea, though, dropping at the third here. I should say. What? It just a GG?
He's just going to GG out.
What? Why?
Well, I kind of understand it. His position wasn't very good. Circle's taking over the map. I think he should have played on maybe a little bit longer, but yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
GG.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a little bit thrown off by that GG as well, to be honest.
Yeah, that's the lot. Like I'm sitting there thinking, wow, that's like 20 drones for free there. No, GG. Okay. Well, that was interesting, Dada. Thanks for letting us cast that. It was definitely worth it.
Yeah, that's been a very interesting series of games. And let me actually see, because I don't actually remember like which team got the most wins in Tier 0 that week. Nice to have a quick look. Yeah, it was pretty even, but it went to Thank You Very Much, 3 games to 2.
Well,
And yeah, the Tier 0 is just extremely strong for Thank You Very Much. Always showing good games.
Yeah, it's great. Well casted, well watched. Just a very shocking GG there, but yeah, that was still well done.
Well, technical issues notwithstanding, I think it's been a pretty good cast. Let's see if we can maybe throw it over to someone else, maybe raid someone. Let's have a look, see who's playing. If anybody in chat has a suggestion for someone to raid, I don't see anyone right now. There's actually no one playing Starcraft. Well, Queen is playing, but you don't really want to send it over to Queen, right? He's not even going to notice.
Well, we'd probably agree, but it's 11:40 p.m. For both of us, so we're probably going to bail.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, thanks for joining us, and yeah, maybe we'll do another cast sometime. And yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, great. Thanks for having us, guys. Sorry about all the issues we had with the Great Firewall, but yeah, hopefully next time no issues.
Yeah, it actually works a lot better this way with the stream on Discord, so just do it like that next time. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys.